doing here? And he's like, well, today's our last day here. I was like, do you live here? He's like, no, we just came visit some friends. I live in Colorado, but I'm moving tomorrow to Hawaii, to the Big Island. It's like, wow. So he started telling me fucking the whole story. Like, the guy stayed there for like 3 hours, right? Like, seriously, 3 hours. And all of a sudden, like, I'm like, where's your phone? Because I was giving him Marlo's phone number, so because he's a glass blower. And
I wish tell I wish did you get his phone number and stuff like that? Because I want to send him some ingots. They're a really good person. He understood things.
Well, he's a mushroom grower.
Well, I took the time to talk with him and would take the time to talk with him.
Do you remember your name, like, for what it is? Like, it wasn't like,
Did you give him any silver for him and the baby?
Yes. But he was like, I've been driving, and and I'm glad I found you. And then he told me he went to prison for 2 years, right after like the wedding that he was going to.
And I gave him the fluoride.
Ezekiel, he told me that, you remember how he came to the shop that first time that he missed the thing because he was looking for a wedding gift for his friends? The couple hung themselves. The man was crying in the shop, so heartbroken because he ended up.
That's what I seen.
The couple hung themselves. First the man.
They did Romeo and Juliet.
5 months later, she hung herself, and he feels the guilt.
I kept survivors. I kept trying to give him lepidolite, and he was stating he wanted the fluoride. Remember, he's the only person I gave a piece of my Roger Lee to. I gave it to them for their wedding gift.
And then he was talking about a piece of azurite.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about, and he was like, your husband showed me his private collection.
My azurite berries. Yeah, we got from Nate.
So he said that it's been really hard for him. Like, he was crying the whole time.
Whoa.
Because I don't think they got married. Or, no, they didn't get married, but he was crying the whole time. Because there's something eating him up. Because the man that hung himself.
He knew.
Well, no, he wasn't all the way mentally there. Like,
see, but the man had knew something.
And he had given him acid.
Mm-hmm.
And because he thought he was going to take it as an adult and responsibly, the man
took it and killed himself.
Took it. He didn't kill himself right away, but it kind of took him places and shown him things that he wasn't ready, or he didn't know how to cope with it. And then soon after,
he can't.
He cut him off.
He can't.
For some reason, he cut him off. He was like, I deleted his phone number. I deleted everything.
He can't.
But he said that his friends, the reason why they killed themselves was because they had given up their faith.
Yes.
And they started doing the geomancy, and
they started doing this bullshit like the Keshe program.
They opened themselves to something, and they were like,
the stuff got on them.
Yeah.
And the mind shatter and so forth got in.
And he was like, he wasn't the only one. All my friends started looking into this shit, and then 5 of my friends hung themselves. He's like, this is a spiritual war.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, because I was like, look at, like, I just got given all these rights, and he was like, you're talking to one of the best inoculators and fucking growers of real medicine that you can ever look at. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, I grow shrooms, but I grow like medicinal shrooms that I encode with things like Deemsters into shrooms, and because of the fractality of it and the ability that the mushroom has to.
While you were talking to him, I had stop for a while. Let me do this. This is what I'm doing.
He was like, all that rice, I would be boiling it and inoculating it. And I was like,
I'll show you.
I mean, he's sounding like a really down to fucking earth, and he's hurting, like his soul is hurting. He's like, we need to move out. Everything reminds us to them. We're going somewhere to try to heal, but it's really hard because I'm transmuting it in one way. My wife is not, and so it's really hard for us to heal. I gave him some rose quartz. do you know the man lives off shows? He was like, I was doing $5,000 shows, you know, to buy in, and then I was making $15,000 in those shows in Vegas and stuff. But I guess he's like a pretty well-known blower.
That's why I'd been saying we need to get a hold of all the people that are in our resources, so I can give them the glass ingots so they can blow stuff and heal themselves, heal their families.
He's gonna stay in touch anyways, because I was telling him if he wanted to start doing farmers markets and selling the crystals and whatnot, because he needs a form of income.
They send them the plasma and everything.
So I gave him the silver, gave him some rose quartz, he got some bracelets to
Where
sell.
is that? How did I write that?
But the man looked disturbed.
That's what it is. I just shared this link in the videos today. Where is it at?
I finished the back room.
I just seen it today, the damn link, I just done it. This one. One cup, one life. They're on cup 3 now, folks. Where is that? Where is that? I don't have it here. As I shared it. It had to do with this thing, and I just looked at it.
Found it, everybody. So I was saying I just looked at it because I put it in the link post that's in the YouTube channel. So I shared this. Mama's didn't pick up on it, but maybe she might now. So here's the third. Here's all these links. You know me, as my mom was saying. You made it seem like it's only you supposed to know all this stuff and all this kind of shit. I'm like, dude, if you just Google search, because I just put out the raw data. It's up to you motherfuckers to actually fucking put 2 plus 2 together and fucking equal 5. Yeah, 2 plus 2 equals 5. If you think it equals 4, then you remove yourself from it, and that's why you're soulless, and the shit eats off you. But, what were you just saying, honey? Brother does what? Brother does what? Look at these and see why your husband would stop you and say, here. It's interesting that while you're having a conversation with that gentleman, you have this and why it helps. It's all about the crystalline structure and lattice and blah 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 blah. Shit you've heard for 7 years just come out of my mouth, and now I say how I talk. Now I see. You push the button to make it say Chrome isn't responding, so they're blocking you from being able to see it. So which one was that? Was that one? I don't know why my Chrome would be fucked up. son of bitches. I don't know, motherfucker. That's the one where a dude's selling a Ghana water.
You already clicked on
And Ghana and shit.
the fourth one. There. The fabric of reality.
I still gotta fucking upload the video that they blocked yesterday of us playing with Eddie Let's Pin It, and then finishing up and melting the crystalline today. I got a couple more greasy spots to do. A little bit more coloration right there, I wish. Some minerals. Transmuted.
Nice.
You know, those all can be used as witnesses for what? Potentiation and replication. And water impregnation for sporulation for what? Eugenesis. And egenesis. The self. Van der Waal effect.
Oh, this was the new hospital in China.
That had to be separated, like I was stating. Why? Because fucking fecal matter and water and all that shit has to be separated. You gotta boil stuff. What's that? That's how you kill fucking what? Self-adapted viruses, which is what? Covid19!
I reread that yesterday. Oh, the day before
That's how you get rid of AIDS and all kind of shit, folks. Gotta make kinetic energy limiting electrostatic attraction water.
It talks about Brown's gas there too, and Shanghai.
And how, what crystals he put in there like he got on there, motherfucker. On USB, the actual thing you can't find no more on the internet because they done took it down. Of how to make actual Keely water.
The $100
all
book
the most,
that you can buy.
I got it. The most simple as ass little thing you can do to make this stuff, but your husband done took it to the extreme. And keep sharing with people. It's so easy to make this stuff, but the way you do it, what Keely is, you can do what? You put simple what? Silver solution in the water. And why is it? So
Well,
that Kelia water that they're making, why it hurts you is because it's the wrong Kelia. Do you understand? Doing it this way, the man showing you fucking kills the stuff. Do it in the way that they're doing it. If you put
Feeds
the Kelia, it feeds it. You put Jamie's equation to it. Put Jamie's equation, and he don't understand the mechanism to it. She don't even understand her own shit. I explained to her shit. Use her equation to that. Because his shit's from 86. Her shit's accredited for 2017. This shit's just a hypothesis. She's been proven. She proved the mechanism for fiber. Okay. Her effect proves what? Leclerc hypotheses, which is what? This is Leclerc hypotheses. This is a Leclerc hypotheses. What do I work on and what are you seeing every day when I work on my stuff? Shit's self-organizing itself because of what? The water in it. And it's being hit by water because they're using Brown's gas. Think about that. Wake up, kids. I'm doing open air like I told people. Winter. That's how you take clear glass and get fucking some taint to it. Off some steam, people. Fuck. Boom, boom, boom. So why do I laugh about fiat money, honey? And gold and silver and all that kind of shit. This is a byproduct waste
byproduct of my manufacturing and doing the shit that I'm not even making plasma and so forth as a purpose. That shit's a waste byproduct of other shit that I'm creating that I haven't even shared with the world yet. That's what I laugh about. All this shit right here you see is a byproduct of what I'm actually working on that I haven't shared, that these fucks can try to steal it. You understand?
Yeah.
And I've said that for the last 3 years. What the fuck are you guys doing? Because alluvial sand, the black sand from underwater cavitations, because I'm doing low energy nuclear lattice lephorosis cavitational Mark Leclerc effect in hydrodyne model, proven 3 years straight on 2 reactors running in the other room. And then you got the fucking Linner. That's why my shit is classified as Linner and why I put a Linner thing up. Because I started doing Linner just to prove it. It said that it's not. You got cat machine and all this shit these motherfuckers getting millions of dollars for, but who got fucking video of some shit fucking on fire in a water while it's called Hopi Star in a jar, and then took that and made it another one and showed you in this stash here and took cesium and silver and turned it into fucking platinum. And if you look at the bottom thing down there in the reactor, that's on the outside of the thing. What the hell is inside at the bottom there? I don't wish to open it up and kill the archaea, but you understand? Now that the copper's all been eaten, you see that it's not the same color no more in there. So therefore it's what? It's grown. So what the fuck are you reading? Why does your husband laugh at these fools? Mixes DNA with what? What are we? Most of you motherfuckers are less than 1% fucking human species. What did my fucking results go to when I mix my sperm with my reactors and infuse myself? I no longer look like my mom. No longer look like my children. I no longer look like my grandson.
Oh, yourself.
Or how I used to. You understand? A couple times I rotated my shit and extracted it. I showed you the salamander. I got videos of that showing to people. You got optic chiasm. You got all kind of jars and stuff around here. You still haven't scanned or tested. Can you keep the cord in there, please? I need a charge. That are growing stuff that have me in it, that if you were in a setting in a lab and you did some shit like that, it'd be putrefied. That shit's 2.5 years old sitting in there. Do you understand? Anyhow, it's like those guys over there. Electricity, supposedly, as you read, shit ain't supposed to live above 700 millivolts, but that's the stuff they're used to. What am I recombinant and bringing and using? Type 1 carbon that has amino acids, a left-hand spin and right-hand spin. Through Van der Waals effect, you can create whatever life you wish to, or it creates itself. Henceforth, the pictures and all the stuff, me actually showing live, proof shit, but Keshe Foundation, years later, trying to water it down and tell motherfuckers, you gotta come up with it. Try to figure out what this nigga done. That's all I keep seeing. That's why I laugh. And you got these goofballs posting shit with my verbatim, please. Then they freak out and try to threaten somebody because you ask, show me proof of concept. Show me the model. Show me how this fits the model and how you did it. And I'll do a live and repeat your shit. And see if what you're stating is real. Because when I did the Keshe shit years ago, it didn't do nothing. Still don't do nothing except make shit sick. You have to have a fucking illness preconditioned for this shit to fucking kind of help you, for it to even look like it kind of helps you, but it's not doing shit. As above, so below. That goes all down to the... Think of this. Your extrinsic are non-holoblastic cleavage points. Your intrinsic are the holoplastic cleavage points for Pfeiffer interskyrium interface, macrotubulin, quantum tunneling, hyperdimensional interface, and the optimum information vector system. Do you understand? Henceforth, why you're considered allotropic, and why I would ask a stupid motherfucker, How the fuck is that the fourth phase of water if your shit's kept in plastic, if mine can't be kept in glass or anything because it's able to quantum tunnel through the shit, stupid. A fucking glass jar inside of a glass with another glass and the water escapes from it. Let me see your shit do that. Then you can list it as such. Because ain't nobody outside of the lab, ain't even a motherfucker in the lab has never created it, what I have. All it is an observation, a hypothesis of estimation of what? How water escapes a fucking burl. Published by a man who came into my store when it was underneath me, because we were in 317 D Street, where we're at now, 408. That was my shop, ran by me. In the manner that I did, where I was showing people how to move shit with their mind and so forth and other things. But, see, you guys aren't ready for it. But a man I did have a beautiful cock with, and showed my burls, my aquas. He went and got himself accredited for it. I don't mind, because again, I don't have graduate or a piece of paper I can wipe my ass with and feel and stroke my ego. Why I give this information to people and laugh. Because those in the inner circle and outer circle that know me for years, I've said these things. So I pointed it out to you, honey. Because when did I get my burls? That year. The Caucasian man, you can look at his picture, you can see him. Published this shit when? April 26, 2016. 4 months after coming to the shop in January and we talking with him. That's why you sweat, and why the interstitial water makes you sweat when what happens? Your intrinsic gates all the way through your biome. Through your biome to your biomes open and connect with what? When you interface and that shit's gone. You reconnect yourself. Why when people get on that little field and they start saying they feel like Molly, and you feel the person reconnect. And like sister stated to brother Robert, here, drink this water, be cool, because you can hear him in the video. She tell him, like I explain to people, I can see you fucking what? Reforming as you come back in and express the old out. Like I was stating the other day while you see in the videos when people weren't ready for that. Like what brother feeling like giving someone LSD. Why does LSD take you where it does? Because it has such a high potential, but it's not as high as this plasma because someone on fucking several hits stated he was sober, but not sober in the sense like, oh my god, it took my shit away. I'm still high on the acid, but this is a higher vibration than the acid. But how does acid take you to that spot? Is that a potential is so high that pure LSD not watered down or mixed with a heavy metal strychnine to break it, fuck up its chirality, and not let you go past the 128 dimensions of the benzene ring, because that's what people trip out on. The carbon ring. Suppose the most simplest carbon has 128 dimensions, and these fools try to state our mind lets us process the world in limited dimensions, but if we're carbon based and the simplest carbon molecule has 128 dimensions, which is the benzene ring, added to what? Propane bottles and motherfucking shit that the dumb motherfuckers use to extract terpenes and make vape shit. Well, you gotta vacuum purge it, but even then it fucks it up even worse, the chirality of how your body takes the stuff in, do you understand? Is that a potential of the LSD crystal itself? Because it's a crystal. Never allows it to touch itself. Never touches itself. That's what takes you. Woo! But what took that guy higher, we got recorded. Something you scan. Yeah, my mom bitches and complains to me and tells me I didn't give her the cure for sarcoidosis. And I said I make cure for sarcoidosis. I got shit that's 95% to 100% fucking eradicates it. But yet, you don't have sarcoid, Mom. You got fucking staph. Meningitis.
Stress.
As you sent that message to me and I interpreted it and then started scanning you myself in a way that I am able to, as we were all able to scan each other.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Mom. why haven't you been telling me this? And why I explained to you and had that conversation with you the other day about going, when they first struck my mother when she had to pick me up when they first took my prototypes the last time. I made that fucking plasma reactor and fucking wireless charging and so forth. Mom had to pick me up from the hospital. And the police department, my head fucking beat in, I had amnesia. They told her she had a stroke. No, you didn't have a stroke, that's when that shit passed your brain-blood barrier and got contagion. I'd say reached contagion proliferation. It reached its threshold to where it actually was able to beat the immune system in the local generalized area and the other species of things that live in the brain and take it over. That's when my mom started getting really dark. When she was on the Neurotin. Like she told me to don't take that Neurotin when they beat me into the coma and I was on it. And I'm like, wait a minute. That shit my mom was taking when she almost shot me and my stepfather. That's the inhibitor of the frontal lobe. Remember when we were talking with Gary, the man in the scan, and I was trying to explain to him, dude, you're on that shit, that's fucking your head up, that's a hot med. I remember hot meds when I was in prison, dudes that are not supposed to go outside because you fucking, it's a hot med, your brain's cooking. You'll fucking fall out. Well, the dude took off, pissed, because his brain was all fucked up and thought I was trying to say some shit to him.
And
like
he was
see
in the
my
sun
mom.
because he was riding his bike.
I was like, brother, when's the last time you drank some water? Because you on hot meds. Don't ride your bike no more. Reduce your amount and take a bus home today, please, so you don't fall out. And he stays away, and once he come back, the fucking report stating, oh man, I got what you told me, and I got what your wife confirmed when she scanned me and printed it out for me. And here the doctor did all this shit and said the same shit you guys told me. That I didn't have it when you guys told me that I would manifest it on myself if I kept going the way that I did. And now I'm listening to the doctor and now I've manifested it on myself. No SIBO on myself and I'm taking this fucking cancer treatment shit. But I don't got the cancer. What's causing me to actually have my immune system turn it into cancer is the fucking drugs they're giving me for the test so that I meet the filter criteria of what they state you have. People, wake the fuck up. Like the nucleotoid test that's right here on the membrane as such, how something gets triggered to where it's either going to attack the virus or the virus is able to get you. It's called your intrinsic or extrinsic what? Because the AIDS virus, and sarcoid, and motherfucking COVID, it got what? Human glutamate. It's what the similarity is to AIDS, people. AIDS virus is covered in human glutamate or human glucose. So if you got a fucked up diet and you eat a bunch of sugars, you ain't got the Keeley to push that shit away because it can just be, come here, baby. I got this for you. And if you ain't got no alternative cellular energy, and it sends the right biophosphorylation lights to you and makes you think that it's what your body needs, man, guess what happens? Lock in key dipole interaction and you fucking sick. Alright? Now what's funny is this motherfucker just put out some shit and he's telling people that the virus is cured in less than a second if you stand in front of the 3 cups. Now, the 3 cups of man. And remember on January 25th he came out and said if you drink this shit that it eradicates it. But now he's telling people you live with it. He went from the Messiah to fucking the what? Alf from fucking Sumer, Sumerian, the fucking planet Sumer. But
why do they keep pushing for people to consume?
But he's telling you
the meat when in
right
the other thing it's
it's
the guy from the farm is clearly telling him we gotta burn the pigs.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of the bodies and the manure, but they don't do that because again, if you read through the stuff, how they're trying to say that Dr. Falk did fund the shit in Wuhan, but it's in concurrence with this guy because who has people in the White House in the back for the last several years? Doing what? They're getting fucked for what? Chimeric research, which is making something more infectious. That's what this fucking study shows what they did. You can't take a tick-borne illness, turn it to blue ear, then to PSRV, then to another one.
And call it cure.
give the pigs amoxicillin and antibiotics. As it says, they did. Some of them they did, some of them they didn't. But all of them were given antibiotics where they took them to the slaughterhouse. If they passed the fucking meat inspection.
Ezekiel, Trump has an executive order today for all meat packing companies to open mandatorily.
I know. Because he's fucking being controlled.
And the workers are like, we don't want to be part of
He's
that.
being controlled. Why is he being controlled? Because where's all the fucking beef and meat of pork for China? We don't get that beef. Our high-grade beef, like your country, is shipped out to fucking China, Maria. Wake up.
Yeah, well, ours is shipped to Europe.
No, baby. You should look into it a little bit more. Your fucking economy went to shit, not because of your rip stop fucking eating food. Your economy went to shit because
Well,
fucking
most
China.
but just the
I don't wanna
high
split
quality
hairs with you.
beef,
Your high quality beef, which is what makes the fucking world go around.
the Angus bullshit.
And the motherfucking pork goes to China.
Because they own most of all the countries in South America anyway.
And we're getting away from what we're talking about. We're talking about America. And why Trump is keeping the beef and the pork. And now they've had to cool, which means kill, millions of chickens. And they're stating it's because there's no workers there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because there's no workers. It's because they're infected with fucking...
The bird flu.
Uh-huh. That nobody been talking about, because when H1N, or this shit started, H1N1, H5N1, bird flu, and COVID was in China.
Yeah, it was. I watched the documentary and it
Okay. And then you're
shows
trying
like
to say
the
that
people going
5G
on
is
around the
killing
world.
deer and 5G is killing fucking birds in Germany and around the world. It's not 5G, fools. These birds got pneumonia because the animals in the world is infected with this fucking virus, people. Are you motherfuckers stupid? Yeah. We're gonna say it's 5G. How'd a bird get pneumonia from 5G? We're gonna claim it's 5G. The bird got pneumonia. Why? From other animals. Because motherfucking, what? You got a tiger that tested positive. And now a pug yesterday from people getting sick and then going asymptomatic, changing the chirality point on the intrinsic rattle of the fucking their membrane to where now anything that is similar to us, the mammalian function, can get infected. And this dumb fucking was telling them it's through calcium. It's not through the calcium receptor site, you fucking idiot.
talked about. That's where I was at. We were talking about the pigs and.
But I keep going back to that membrane.
Okay.
Why? What's so significant about the membrane? And B12 and riboflavins and so forth, and how this shit attaches to you. And I keep trying to get you and fucking Jamie to talk with each other. And that cure has been up since February 28th. So how does it infect people? How did the tiger get infected from someone that's asymptomatic? Right? It's just like the other links that I shared, or I stated on when the shit first started. We need to attack this thing and how it goes and attaches to host cells. We must cure the mammalian and everything on earth intrinsic rattle. Otherwise, if you just heal humans, then it'll kill off all the animals. And if you just heal the animals, then it'll kill off all the insects. So forth. It can infect insects also, because these stupid motherfuckers doing what they're doing. And again, breeding to make something more infectious. Is how do you take a tick-borne illness and turn it into something that makes for the animal, as they state, didn't eat for 3 fucking months, so it was all skinny and shit.
Mm-hmm.
switch to blue, then PSRV, PERS, what's a genital fucking disease where they bloat up so that they can sell the pigs for what? Money. So this whole thing is supposedly to help the small farmers so that they can economically, like he said, all this stuff, and you always hear me go, dude, if you guys are making materials from nothing, why don't you do like me and make a bunch of gold and try to get everybody to make a bunch of gold and silver and so forth and fucking get rid of fucking people being hungry because there's supposedly no gold and shit. Hey, that's an idea. Nope. We're gonna do it to keep it on money, get people to sell sick ass shit, get people to eat things that make it to where how's the farmer make money? It's called added flavins, riboflavins, and all the other stuff because their meat is gonna be like crack cocaine, worse than it. You're gonna breed something where the person's gut biome was taken over and the person is fucking dope fiend for your shit. Henceforth, what? A month and a week ago when they replaced China's fucking pork, what happened? 1,500% to 2,200% increase in pork consumption. Which meant motherfuckers here had to start doing what? Processing those pigs. And yeah, what I told you what would happen from such, you're going to see an infection at the meat plants here in America, because where's the #1 pork shipper out and processor? Not in China, it's here in America. And if you can destabilize the market here to where they have to go somewhere else, we lose a bunch of money. That's why Trump ain't trying to let that happen. Because why is Thailand's money going up and hasn't deflated? Because Thailand is processing the pork bellies that make the fucking what go round?
The world.
Pork bellies.
Stop.
It's really funny that people that don't eat pork made it to where their economy runs on the thing that those who eat that is how their money is affixed to. Petrodollar don't run on the petrodollar really. That's a scam. It's all about pork. So if you can kill off almost all the pork like will just happen in the world, then your money never go away, you understand? Now they just made it where you got this kind of pork and beef. Read, huh? You know, fucking discover the story continues. But continue to do what you're doing and give me some input, otherwise this meat fucking blabbing. You can't speak over me, you can't interject something. I'm trying to get your input on some shit. We're half an hour into this, so you stated that. Continue reading. There's a reason why I shared with those pictures, because of brother, you had stated. Did you see the ones that I shared, why I would share with you that?
Yeah.
What are they?
The mushrooms and the mycelium and the crystals.
What crystals of what?
Of the very bottom of how it attaches to the ground or to the dirt.
Specific crystals. Very specific crystals. This is the shit that you're talking about, honey. It's very specific crystals.
And this part.
Very specific, gross. You understand? That make a very specific holoblastic cleavage point. Take you somewhere. Our lab will lead you to go somewhere. And those are labs, so they're pure. But it is why I was sharing with you that.
Thank you.
Stated what you stated about brother. You just have it in word tuning and it does that to people. Think of if you use that in combination with that actually right there. Are the equations that I gave to you for the formula that makes that grow as such. Just other.
Mm-hmm.
Like I explained, my drawings are like Alec Dollard. To explain his stuff, he had to come up with his own math and so forth, like Tesla and everybody. That's why I always ask you, what do you see in my picture? Because as your ability to see what is there, without me having to explain, or me explain to you what is there, and then show you it in this side, you're able to comprehend it. Otherwise the plateau's not there.
Here it says the processed pigs are immune to recurrence. The plasma technology provides a cheap and simple and fast solution for solving the problem of the swine fever in many countries. It can be proven that even the slaughter meat of the contaminated animals can be washed with the plasma water for the virus to be removed from the meat before entering the food chain, which is insane. That's what I was saying.
It won't test positive. It'll be still sick.
Right, won't test positive for the swine fever, but it'll test positive for the blue ear, but not that they're testing for blue ears, so who fuck cares?
As long as we get it to pass and go past the test.
Two pigs in one yard did not eat, had fever and defected black round excrement. They got sick in the middle of August.
Why ask people, what does your shit smell like? What's going on with you? 'Cause the stars that are openly stating they're sick, newscasters, I lost 13 pounds in 1 week, I'm eating like a motherfucker. Why? Because electrostatic electron transport, the shit's eating on you.
Yeah.
And these people say, oh, we'll extract that energy and you'll be better. We won't take the illness from you. We won't take the shit that's eating on you. You'll just have to come in for treatment. Or we harness your soul. We take your soul from you since you don't use it. Continue.
You already read the food. Thank you letter from the farmer. I was reading about the two pigs in one yard. One did not eat. Well, both did not eat. They had fever and defected black brown excrement. They got sick in the middle of August. One pig died September 19th, and we buried it. The remaining pig just drank water and ate. I'm missing a line, and then it says mass killing of pigs has caused a disastrous blow to China animal husbandry industry, with heavy losses on farms that will have a major impact on China's economy and Chinese national food security. The space plasma technology developed by the Iranian physicist
That's
Keshe
what they're doing with their produce too.
is simple and
Everybody getting sick from the vegetables.
can be quickly a simple and fast solution for solving. Okay, hold on. It can quickly eliminate the virus in a very short time. Prevention and treatment can eradicate the spreading of virus. The processed pigs are immune to recurrence. The plasma technology can provide a cheap, simple, and fast solution for solving the problem of swine fever in many countries. It can be proven that even the slaughtered meat of the contaminated animals can be washed, processed with the same plasma water for the virus to be removed before the meat entering the food chain. And they really want to repeat that.
So there's now the bloated pigs.
Yeah, those are the really red.
No,
these are the skinny ones. They don't
No.
look bloated. This one looks really skinny.
That's after being given the zinc shit, honey. Trust me. When you see the pigs before they give them this stuff, they look like fucking raisins. Honey. They look like raisins. They're describing the animal they didn't eat for 3 months. Or fucking shit. You think of animal they ain't ate for 3 months gonna look like that?
No.
Okay. Please, like I said, look through the fucking shit yourself, dude. Do like other people and actually read the shit. Go through all the fucking links. Read the shit. Like Eric Toller tells people, why you fucking people are so goddamn stupid and follow shit and don't understand what the fuck it is, because you actually don't sit down and read the shit. It's like when they pass bills in your country, which now where you live at is this country, why they do the same shit here. Where they do it at night. They come up and say what they're gonna do, and they pass a bill that no one reads. Not even the fucking guy.
second trial, they talk about the second trial demonstrated the successful reversal and prevention in pigs infected by the African swine fever, treated within the first 2 days of detecting the condition, when symptoms of vomiting and lack of appetite were first discovered by the farmer.
Sounds like what?
In
Coronavirus.
his small 30 pigs farm. The Gans plasma technology was immediately administered by him. The farm was located in the highly infected. I read that.
And if you've read. Right.
I turn the water.
Here, my hair.
Yes, see you.
Take a moment so you can relax. Bring your energy up, or whatever the fuck you need to do. State you read all that shit. So here, chew on that. Again, how you take a tick-borne illness.
This is the last thing to manifest. First was the African swine fever, then was the blue ear, and now
You got that.
they got the PRRS, which is the porcine reproductive and respiratory
Which is the only
syndrome
fucking thing
virus.
that they claim in their stuff that they eradicated was the PRRS and AFSF, African swine flu. Right? They don't count or say nothing about
The blue ear. Even though it came back from the laboratory telling them that that's what it tested for, and it had never come out before.
And shit didn't happen other than like him stating in fucking his last talk last week where he called himself Alf. And he stated, hey, we're going to tell everybody you're going to turn black. Why are you going to turn black? Because why? In Iran, we gave these people this Kool-Aid and they changed color. So now everybody's going to change color. Why the fuck are you going to change color? Because the meat you're fucking eating is going to make you change color, dumb motherfucker. And the process we're telling you to do is going to make you change color. So read. Because how you go from a tick-borne illness. Swine flu comes from a tick-borne motherfucking illness that has 3 variants to it where it's extreme, hurts you, kills the fucking pig, or does like fucking nothing.
Porcine?
The fucking swine flu.
I'm saying, how do you say porcine?
I don't know how. I don't speak Queen's English, so I don't know how you're supposed to say this shit properly. So
Porcine reproductive
whatever
and
you want to.
respiratory syndrome, also called porcine blue ear disease, is a highly contagious disease caused by porcine reproductive and caused by porcine reproductive and respiratory syndrome virus.
What they don't
Contaminant.
tell you about is the PSRP, the fucking genital. They tell you about the blue ear. They just have it as PRRS, the porcine, right? So I say you should study that shit. You'll see. And they don't tell the people that they gave the things fucking
Concomitant
antibiotics the
as
whole
lower
time.
reproductive, difficult breathing, and blue ear or purple ear, and causing other infectious disease as its main characteristics. Porcine blue ear disease is a virus, a single-stranded RNA virus, which lacks a corrective mechanism in the process of viral infection and replication and produces a high mutation rate
Hey,
of offspring viruses.
sounds like the shit people infected
Sounds
with right
like
now.
coronavirus.
Why there's so many mutations?
The mutation rate of PRRS is 1,000 times higher than that of other DNA viruses, 1 million times faster than the mammalian genome.
So let's fucking do what for the last couple of years?
And
Let's
just
breed this shit.
make it to where it gets to
Let's
humans.
breed this shit in the several million pigs a fucking month. A month. Not a year, a month. Because we got how many Chinese people want to eat this shit? Not just in China. Because they all over the place. And then motherfucking where? Ghana and Africa. Doing dengue virus, H1N1, H5N1. Motherfucking SARS. Motherfucking Ebola. Keep reading, honey. I'm recording. You can see the Kool-Aid right there. Here's the motherfucker before they gave him. This is the second batch of Kool-Aid. First batch of Kool-Aid made the pig look like that. That's why I say if you would read this shit, you'd understand what the fuck happened to Sir. That's why Sir's lips and her fucking breasts look like that shit. Stay the fuck with me, dude. Otherwise, there's a fucking fight every motherfucking day, and I'm tired of it. That's why, who look like that? Huh? Wake the fuck up, dude. What you got there, baby?
Blood vessels just exploded.
Look like who? Because why they breed pigs and why they breed humans and why they put motherfucking what? Human organs in fucking pigs. Huh? What'd that look like? Look like somebody that had what? Huh? How their lips look like? How her breasts look like?
Where you can see the,
Look just
vein
like that
vessels.
shit.
The blood vessels, you could see them through the skin as if it was
All fucked up. And I'm telling you, wake the fuck up, dude.
before getting like an internal hemorrhage.
Because I know why she's going through that. And if you fucking read the shit, you would too. But no, I'm gonna fucking watch some other shit and watch movies and fucking fuck this shit. You're always blabbing about it. I don't give a fuck. Is what your actions show. Because how are you gonna help somebody if you don't have the information? Other than somebody bickering at you to fucking look at it. And then that's the only time you look at it, or if you do look at it, you don't even fucking care because you're like, fuck you, I'm just gonna do this and I'm done. And you go back to fucking sleep. Well, if we got enough space to fucking do the recording of yesterday's fucking playing with see, there's the motherfucking pig before. Here's the pig before. Okay? There's a pig that was given the water, but it didn't work out for the fucking pig. There's some supposedly an animal that didn't eat fucking food for 3 motherfucking months. And its first shit, I have a picture of its first shit. It looks fucking fluorescent orange. For some reason, people are too fucking lazy to Google search this shit. Or Google it. Or look into it. Let's hear it. You skip this right here. What does this cocksucker say right here? Because here's the pigs. Here's fucking fuckboy on site. There's the little piggies. It tells them this. This right here. Why you're seeing this right here in that poor animal next to its fucking dick. Just click on that picture right there.
This one?
Yep. So what did you just read? Click on it again. What did you read?
Let me explain something
She's
simple.
reading that shit right there. So, what did you just read about porcine or blue ear? That it causes what? Genital issues.
Yes, it's a reproductive. It starts as a reproductive disease.
So, what's homeboy say right here? I'll let you read the whole shit. I'm sorry.
Let me explain something simple for all to understand. The ear virus is emotional and sign of stress.
This is the shit he tells you stupid fucking lemmings drinking the Drano too. Does he not? And you heard him say this shit, Maria? Oh, you're dumb. It's like the shit right now that I just posted of his own words to the people from Keshe Talk 324. You guys are stupid, and why you're getting this is fucking because your emotional state. Like, you can't fight with it like it states in the coronavirus baby thing that Mark House fucking shared, where it states what? If you fight with it, this shit will kill you.
Yeah, the more resistance that you put, it gets the more feisty.
The more feisty, it eats your heart. So you gotta bend over and let it butt fuck you and take your soul.
So the animal cannot breathe, and lack of certain energy level make the air blue due to this stress. At the same time, the animal is so badly under stress that it does not want to produce another piglet to suffer like herself, and that is why mainly affects the female pig under giving birth. In your mother pig farm, you have to change some parameters that the pigs at the time of giving birth or during pregnancy find peace and are happy. So virus attaches itself to emotional protein of neurosystems of the body that are part of lung and skin. There, if you make this right.
That is what? Part of lung and skin. The skin is a fucking lung. Lung is skin, stupid. We'll play dumb.
Then if you make this right, then you don't get this problem. So this is upstream problem and shows itself like this. Now I hope you understand, but it can be sorted, and I hope we have the solution for it.
Yeah, it's called We Gotta Give You Some More Different Kool-Aid.
I have developed plasma technology which can affect the emotion and stare of mind of the man or animal, and has been very successful. So we can try it. High temperatures is signs of stress, and blue ears sign of emotion. This guy jumps to some conclusions that is like, your ears get hot and red when you get angry. So now you understand the emotions of the pig.
Dennis.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to this.
Technology introduction of Keshe of the new science and technology by nuclear scientists. A new discovery and understanding. The new GANS plasma technology of the Keshe Foundation was developed for deep space virus applications, and as reported on this first document.
You keep hearing me state, they the space virus program, stupids. They're not for world peace. They're not for anything. Only thing military applications has for capturing viruses and other things like that is weaponizing them motherfuckers, dude. Fucking stupid motherfuckers. Anybody that's dumb enough to think that there's no bacteria in a fucking space like you fucks think that are following this Keshe fucking Alf motherfucking character who states there's no bacteria out in space. He openly states there's no bacteria in space, there's only viruses. Well, fucking, okay, guy. How do the viruses survive, and how did the viruses come about? Because bacteria live inside and are smaller than viruses, kids. So are bacterial macrophages and bacterial prophages. They live inside the viruses, but anyhow, I'm a dropout, and you guys are following Alf through your fucking Drano expedition through space catching viruses.
As reported on this document, successfully resolves the AFS and PRRS virus cases in collaboration between the Keshe Foundations and the South Sierra Leone University.
They don't talk about the third disease.
Scientists,
Or
through
about
testing
the
and
antibiotics.
confirmation of the effectiveness of plasma technology in Ebola virus trials in Africa,
Right.
it has become clear.
That's why Ebola just fucking what? Jumped off again, people. Wake the fuck up.
it has become clear that the new space plasma technology is very effective when dealing with viruses. Up to now, the world of science had problems in understanding the operation, working, and effects of viruses on humans and in animal cells. Modern medicine developed antibiotics to deal with the infected cells, but we never fully understood the working of cells
That's why they use antibiotics.
which are infected by a virus, right?
He's telling people to use antibiotics now.
Because they don't understand, but still use it because that's what we need.
You see how retarded it is? He's been for a month and a half telling people to use antibiotics. They use antibiotics on the pigs in the pin thing.
Yeah.
And then claim that their supposed plasma and GANs cured the shit. But at the end of the thing, it states, we gave them antibiotics for 7 days.
Plasma science educates us. Plasma science educates us that we have to look at viruses as energy packages which link and attach themselves to organic cells, and until all the energy of this energy pack is used, the signs of the virus will be present in that cell in the human or animal body. That makes no sense. Plasma science educates us that we have to look at viruses as energy packages.
Because they are, but...
Which link, that does, but it says which link and attach themselves to organic cells. And until all the energy of this pack is used. What, like the energy of the virus or the energy
Exactly.
of the cell? The sign of the virus will be present in that cell.
So, like, homie just had his people publish his stuff, which is used on these pigs that didn't do nothing to them. Supposedly, after 1 second, eradicates the virus, but somehow these pigs are all still infected. This is what these people posted. And they went from a month and 4 days ago, or 3 months, 94 days ago, having to drink this 1 cup, to now they're on cup 3, the cup of man. But it's actually cup number 4, because that's why they're all on antibiotics and shit now. Because they skipped the CH3, which was cup number 2. Which is what they made after this to give the pigs the fucking this issue. There he is on site. And then after they switched it to this right here, is when you get this shit happening to them. Where they look like that. Those pigs.
It says 2.
Those are the ones that you got now where the people are getting the China, where the fucking livers are getting all blotched and shit, and he's trying to tell a motherfucker that you're turning black.
Oh, that's normal. Everybody's gonna turn black eventually.
But see, zoom in on that pig, you can see the one, not that one, the one above it.
Well, that pig looked blown up,
Mm-hmm.
and this one
That's why they all messed up like that.
is reversing back to its normal essence. It's turning African.
He's turning black, baby.
But
Mhm.
this one doesn't even look like a pig no more. It looks like a dog. Do you see their faces?
Yeah, they're all fucking hurt.
You sure they're pigs? These ones don't look like a motherfucking pig.
That's why I said it's sick what these people doing. So, you back out of that, and you go to the picture below it.
But it was scary. It says 2 slim pigs died in the sick pen. They didn't look slim.
Just click on that one below it.
This one?
Yeah.
Are there any pigs dead today? No. Is there any chance after these pigs drank? Is there any change after these pigs drank the white Gans water? Not much changes for now. They eat more compared to before.
You know what the white Gans water is, don't you?
Are those pigs more active?
It's the
Better.
CO2 bullshit. Ooh.
The first one, right?
Yeah, the white fucking shit. No, not the first one. The CO2. They're CO2 GANs. They're white fucking bullshit they call CO2 GANs. What was
they say?
From what we see, even the sick bay pigs are recovering from blue ear sickness.
And what's the red plasma? Or CH3.
You understand?
We have put the section onto one to gain new condition that should increase weight. As far as we are concerned, the first trial is complete. The first trial is complete, and now is testing for next step to get necessary right. I would like you to mix the new red plasma with half of the first
The
F.
mixes that they give, like that woman Meredith was stating that she was giving to her daughter, and her daughter was starting to hit her now and shit that she was getting from Mark House and people. You understand? They just experiment on people, like I was saying several years back. People were just saying, okay, mix this like this, and this does this for the person and shit, but this motherfucker is telling you this because he's been experimenting on pigs.
Yep. Is that they should increase weight, other different than what the others have experienced. You can carry out the same with other sections. If you do not have enough of this first F, please let me know. We would like to monitor the speed of growth of the first section with section 3. We consider with full recovery of sick pigs from flu and blue ear that we have found a cure for blue ear disease, and thank you all for your dedicated work.
We're done here.
Now that the trial is complete, you can please let us know how the pigs are left alive, how many pigs are left alive, and how many pigs have died. How many are in sick bay who might not be good, and how many in sick bay are alive now that we are not lost any for past days.
That's what we're going on right now, is supposedly because ain't nobody died, the disease is gone, right? Supposedly because ain't nobody died, the disease is gone. So, I'll show you something.
Has been helping her. I think I remember, was it like at the very beginning of the year or at the end of last year that a lady had come with her grandma, and no questions asked, like they stand in front of the plasma case where the hearts and stuff is, and she felt it and she took one of the plasma hearts.
I don't know, you tell me.
she says, the plasma heart that my grandmother picked up has been helping her. So I'm definitely excited to check out the wands. Would it be possible to purchase an additional wand for our mother as well? And then she talks about the mold of a pendant. But she talks about the plasma wand.
My selenite wands that I was making. My Selene healing wands. Selene goddess blades and so forth I was doing and giving out to people.
Oh, so they might have, like, may have brought it out or felt it or let them.
I gifted and people have gotten things. It's just one isn't present, one is going on, I guess.
No, I'm saying because I don't have them listed on Facebook, so I was saying I wonder how is the lady like even remembering, you know? Just take on her. So she said she'll like one for her grandma and one for her mom.
Plasma that I make is true plasma, and you can't get it out of your mind. And if I've gifted it to you, everyone's healed from it. That's why I say, if you'd be involved, love, and things with it and work with it. So I was trying to do the video earlier with you, have you read the stuff and so forth. I'm gonna move on to the video they blocked yesterday of us talking with Smurf, where you're literally seeing my cousin in front of you get his mind fucking taken over and go from fucking normal to fucking retarded back to normal.
Repeating himself, and it was like, I don't know, his behavior was weird, like he was regressing. And
It was
stuck.
after doing that with this pendant, with Eddie's pendant, getting opened up and doing that, and that video was blocked. So I'm like, how did it block the video? I say it's not able to be processed. Made like all the videos that I put up. That's beautiful. I just gotta make stuff. Make stuff. And make stuff. Wish I could stop every time I try to. A message like this or something comes, like I say, Maria. I can't stop. Even though I wish I could.
And it was really out of the blue because we were talking about the Moldavite pendants.
I really get tired of arguing and shit with you about stuff.
Oh, I know why. Because I was telling her, I mentioned in the last message that I sent her, like, hey, I commented with my husband about you sharing with me about your experience and you being sensitive to the Moldavite. Like, my husband is working on some, I told her, my husband is working on some, like, plasma infused glass inglets that you can put it, I said you can put in your water, and that's, I guess that's where she like started. Yeah, that's why.
It's a beautiful family. I had a feeling what the heart waves, energetics, working with it the way she was, that it trickled down through the family like it does. Lineages healed. This thing keeps clogging up.
Yeah, it doesn't have the potency, huh?
No, there's stuff down in here I need to figure out how to get it out. It's all the way up.
Oh,
It's
gotta take it
clogged.
apart.
It's clogged inside. Like getting throttle locked.
I know what that feels like. I thought I was too high to be driving. I was like, wait a minute. Oh no, I didn't even smoke today. then why do I feel high? Why is this not reacting or behaving in the way that it's supposed to? If I push this pedal, it's supposed to slow down. Wait a minute, what the fuck is going on?
Sitting here, finishing up the pendant. I just gotta set the quartz with the titanium crystals. Mama's overdoing her fabs. Excuse me.
A little something.
Space we got 160. Keshe Lemming following me. I give him something to troll. Since they like to follow, boy do they like to follow. And when he asks, what have you learned from following since you're using verbatim? Not no proof. Show me. Ah! I'm of the wolf. Meow. Go somewhere with that bullshit. Let me show you, bud. Since you're trolling me. Let's see, I'm specifically talking about you, punk ass. Like I am now. In all my videos. Just like Keshe. Wow. So, Brandon, you still think it's fear mongering, bud? That shit fucking. Ask your bitch ass that.
Yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just got fired.
My mom and my
Dope
sister like
fiends.
this one. It's easy.
Dope fiends. What to be? What did they post? I just made my first cup of death. New member, Anna Ferguson, where you live at? Member of Nanogans and Plasma since today. One cup, one life, right? That's why you're on cup 3. It was a beautiful day. We made 100 necklaces that day, huh? Kinder and them. Now, the video that they blocked. They blocked it for some reason. Kind of interesting. Cousins Anthony. Been trying to talk with him about plasma since fucking high school, dude. everybody, just like the homegirl Jamie Lungley, accredited scientist. Me talking with her and other things, so forth. She is accredited for proving the mechanism for the Pfeiffer effect, which up until 2017 was not proven. Which throws away a whole bunch of fucking stuff. Throws away the bullshit that Keshe's getting you guys to fucking do. And sets it up for the world to understand my work. Not my fucking byproduct of real plasma and shit. And free energy. And fucking making glow sticks glow without being broken and shit like that. Showing you all this stuff. Your autonomous sensory meridian being activated. Non-locality, morphogenic field, so on and so forth. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking how many videos? I got almost 1,000 up. And out of that, 500 of them are straight live testimonies of people. And live videos of me showing models and proving my modalities. And where's the Keshe programs yet? Nowhere. You got worldwide groups. This is hilarious. He's a welder. Doesn't understand stuff. Tries to ask me in melting point. Here. I ain't got a thermometer, dude, on this shit. It's hot enough to melt shit. Fucking hotter than fucking surface of the sun and fucking lightning bolt hitting this clay. Come on.
Be
Like
finesse.
the inside is dirt.
Cousin's a welder. We've been working with the plasma. Mama's is here. I'm here showing them this. We're gonna talk about some things. Got a memory I wish to show them today. We did there talking.
Video.
Now, when I see something like this, I can make something like this work for real.
Right.
That means that means we're processing our own metals.
Yeah. You don't have to use wood and all this garbage and
Then
shit
you're
like that that they're
processing a
doing.
lot of different things. I would just have to play with this and work with it to get
Hold
it
on a
down.
second. It got all weird. Well, let me skip forward. I was trying to see. What was at the end of this? Because I'm not sure.
Hot enough to burn through, and it had to be
Like the
finesse.
inside
If
is
I
dirt.
have enough space for
Cousin's
more
a
than
welder.
2 hours.
We've been working with the plasma.
Inshallah.
Mama's is here.
Inshallah we do, because it's at 1.8. We only got the ability to go to 4 gig on this thing. With the memory on this.
Working with the plasma. Mama's is here. I'm here showing them this.
I'll make a
We're
full
gonna talk
video
about some
of it.
things. Got a memory I wish to show them today. We did
Nothing else
talking.
added to it if it's not able to grab all of
When I
it.
see something like this, I can make something like this work for real.
Right.
That means we're processing our
My
own
cousin was
metals.
always thinking like the
You don't have to
fucking
use wood and
bunch
all
of
this
plasma
garbage and shit
retarded
like
people.
that. Processing a
You're
lot of different things.
thinking of money.
I would just have to
and dumb
play
shit.
with this and work with it to get it
I'm
down
telling
to
them,
where I
no,
can get it
smelt
to
it,
where
fool.
it looks like
You
you
don't
be
fucking
welding
put the two
something
things
that
together.
look
What do you mean?
like
welding?
this knife. Like, take for instance, if we were making knives out of this.
That's just a rough, cousin.
I know, but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, just on the rough draft shit, because you can't waste it. No waste. Every little piece, like say, like
I've been
that's
saying, we
I
build
know.
your house out of it, on world, off world.
If
Think
you
about
can
this.
make this you made this out of sand, right? That
Right.
means you can process
This.
this. Yes. That means you're processing the materials, but I'm talking about as a welder, but with just this little pieces of the little like shit that the flakes off and that you're making.
There's no
something like this.
flakes.
I know, but like something like the dust you made,
There's no dust.
or sand is dust, ain't it?
Yeah, but that's what it came from.
That's what I'm saying. So
Walk outside and
You
put some dirt
understand,
in your
people?
hand and motherfucker, that's
And
the
you
pendant.
That's
made
why it took
this.
it 25
Yeah.
years.
Yes.
Man,
Since
do you know that out
1997.
of just what you're doing with this, I can piece
This man
together
finally
some shit
started to
like
realize-
Yeah,
this
that's
with
sharper than a motherfucking scalpel.
and pin it
Man
together like
graduated. I
this.
didn't.
You don't have to pin it together, you melt it.
No, you
And
just-
No,
bust
that's
it.
what I'm talking about welding. When I say
Yeah.
pin it together, I'm talking
But
about
what
pieces.
I'm gonna let you use my.
didn't
I'm gonna let you
understand.
Oh
experience.
no, Anthony, because
You're
what
gonna
he
be
would
number
do is
4.
just shape it in the shape of the blade.
Right.
You don't need to patchwork
Yeah.
it.
You
He would
smelt
just
them.
literally shape it. He would put dirt in a shape of that, and then
What
he
are you
would
talking about?
Oh,
solidify
so just
into
put
that.
the
Yep.
dirt
Just
like
put
this,
that, put
Yeah.
this knife right there,
and just
Bam.
put up, and then just
and then move, pick the
take
knife
this
up,
knife out, and then I
and
got
throw
that
whatever
with
material
this.
you
Yes.
want right there, and you
Yeah.
got.
Oh.
I'm going past 8,000 Fahrenheit.
Show him your little ball with the
That's
red
real
dirt.
deal Holyfield
You
right
understand?
there. That's changing different type of situations.
And when I'm
So all the minerals and the metals that are in the dirt, they're
got my
solidifying
cousin
and
become a welder out here.
reorganizing
here's glass,
into
Playing some
metal
music,
like
what's up
that.
with
there's
him?
moldavite,
In
which is a
DRC.
meteorite,
When I was on my stupid ass
and
probation
there's
shit that I got
placer
myself
fulgurite.
off of, as you see in the
It
video.
was all melted together.
Using what? The plasma. Right.
From dirt. It's gonna be a badass cop house, but turned into
I'm building my house this
In
way.
the park. That song you didn't
It's
like.
waterproof and everything.
It's like you build the
fireproof.
cop house and then you come with the plasma and plasmatize
Come
it and
with
it
the type wood
solidifies
and
in
carbon,
metal.
and it turns into what? You got above 40 gigahertz protection, cousin. You understand?
Yeah, there's no
Share
low
to prove it that
frequencies
when
that
you
can penetrate that.
See what this pendant's able to do now.
So all the mind control, the waves that
high
they
frequency.
send out
14 more hours worth of work.
for, you know,
prayer.
influencing people's
I'm working on
psyche.
it right now.
Use it with a crystal.
I don't know what you Keshe people was doing, but you ain't doing what I'm doing and showing on live
Bring it
videos.
away from it. Use the
Uncut,
face.
no rehearsal. I love how the people stop their video and they're like, oh, hold on a minute, we're gonna rehearse this real quick. You say this, or I'm gonna stir it and try to make it look like it's moving by itself, but just come on, man. People been doing this shit more than half their life. Call you out, you freak out, you get scared. Try to do like you motherfuckers do to other motherfuckers and try to do that whole scare tactic and try to infect one of my family members. Y'all already did doing the fucking touchless torture shit until I started fighting back. Yeah,
Feel a
got me
little,
fucked up.
feel a little magnet.
More and more people's waking up.
Tiny one now.
All you do is
Turn
just
it to
make
the side
people
because you have them at
be
focal
able to
points.
understand my work. Because truth is
Makes
truth.
sense.
Real plasma is plasma, but that's a byproduct.
Nice.
Motherfuckers.
I feel that in
That's my work.
And on the little
Understand.
square, if you put it on the bigger plane, more
Byproduct.
surface
Kids.
to it,
Look, Leonard.
yeah, like that.
Oh yeah. I feel like from here to here to here to there.
Is
But
it like a current or like a pressure?
it's different than what my
You hear my talk with Jamie.
valves. Different. The valves are more like zzz. This is more like a wind feel. Like I can't really explain. I don't know the words, but it goes from here up, kind of like I can feel that going up.
And we know
Like
exactly what
like
it's
I
good
can
for.
feel my it's like the I don't even know what it is. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know the
And
proper
unlike
shit. I
Trump,
don't know that, but I just know that
and Keith.
where it's like if you have this.
My folks, he got his in his water hose, and his whole house is nice. Is the water. Kids is drinking the water and everything else like that. His grass is back. People don't even realize this. Oliver's California water. Everybody drinks bottled water. You're drinking house water. People trying. But anyhow, what did Keshe state to a person when they asked them if they can just place their plasma that they're supposed to be making into a bottle of water and make that into their 1 cup shit? And he said, nope, that's watering it down. You gotta shake it up and drink the bulk, kids. Make sure to drink the Kool-Aid.
And you have like a wind going like this, I know that you can make energy. I know you can make lights. I know that. With water,
Feel your torque,
torque. That's exactly what it is. Like I'm feeling that
but
You feeling the
not just the
energies?
torque. As a
Tom Bearden
machinist,
talks
you
about.
understand this. The SAE. So I've been trying to get her to understand. SAE.
If you look it up,
Torque and SAE are the most important things.
because that's how the welder's going like this, and it's coming down. It's pushing out of when you have a welder running on. It can run on a stick. It could run on a battery. It could run on that's a stick. Like if you're running like a stick weld, it could run on just on a car battery and jumper cables. You can weld something. But if you're doing like MIG welding, it's going down. That's that feel like when the line is going up to the holes, it's going up to the thing, it's coming out, and then you're going to the spoon of the gun. So that's what you. So it's going up like that. So you're. This is how the line's going up the welder. And
when he was talking about the rifling, if you would say, in the sense of in a barrel, like in a gun, If we would have stayed with that, with the rifling inside the gun, and the way the wire comes out and spins, that also adds to the say if one gets into that type of thing, because as you see it or you use the knewhathey things, if you don't move it, then it just sticks, but if you have rotation to it, then it torques into it. So remember what I was explaining to him, why you can't put certain metals to other metals, is the intrinsic rattle. But also because the way that they're smelted, because they have things added to them, are removed. Therefore, it's not going to stick to something else. Unless you take that shit back, it's past its molten point, but even then, the cleavage is not correct because it won't adhere or van der Waal back in together, because this crystalline lattice and this crystalline lattice is different, so it won't be a puzzle piece put in correctly.
Is this?
Yeah, that's the it was like a groove.
The angle
Yeah.
of what's
Showing
inside
on the bottom
of
top. I couldn't find the screw.
the torque needed, like when you see a bolt,
Quick bolt.
a bolt.
Mechanical.
You know, when you see a bolt that has a notch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah, I took
they're
mechanical
used for
and
putting
some draft.
Yeah.
those
A
things.
little bit of school class.
You understand about tensile strength? So
Yeah.
those bolts, if it has 3, it takes
Drafter.
3
It's
tons
interesting drawing a screw
before
out
that
26
top
times
shears off.
and showing all the different viewpoints of
Titanium, all metals are crystal.
Yeah.
So it takes 3 tons before the crystal cleaves. And that top, there's a top. You got that bolt down, right?
Mhm.
We're holding up one of them big old lights.
So kind of like some of your spring in a car, like how you're
No, the say is that if you think of like why the difference of the say is why you're able to take certain screws and put them through.
I say no, because again, I took calculus and drafting, so I have to understand turgor strength and fucking tensile strength and cleavage and all this stuff and all these different materials for drawing out a draft of a building, A frame, B frame, C frame, for a steel structural building or whatever the fuck. I was intrigued in that, and with my autism and all the acid I did at the time in high school and all the people you've met that went to school with me at that time, there was only certain classes I went to. Those classes that I went to, I enjoyed them, I'll just say that, and helped the people that were in that class excel. And all those people that were you seen me involved with, they're all either accredited or whatnot, and are part of my equation. Understand? But we're misfit throwouts. Yesterday, as you stated, what did you tell me about my cousin Go? Because you understood what was going on. It all started because we wouldn't pay attention. When you sat there and he kept talking about some stupid shit like Matthew Pervine would be doing. You told the kids help him. Give him a Zahir. So what was the Zahir for the day? The key. To help him do what? Clean his baton. Baton is the soul. Zahir is a Sufism. That's why when we read what? When I read Hore Burgess, I said, whoa, what the fuck? Right? It's like why I wrote, I'll send a Zahir to the people that read in my family so they can have a little tardemah. It has some help. Either with their karma going good or bad. Help them evolve themselves. Help them evolve what is inside their baton, their soul. That's the whole thing of Sufism. Zahir is our term. Zahir is virtual. To understand Quran and Bible and so forth, one must understand connotations and what words mean. Are you talking of the virtual, or are you talking about word for word? You understand? It's like when you read those things and you state you're adhering or doing something of Abrahamic faith, but one is not at all
I'd fast and give the self, because they're still in the first days, 10 days of Ramadan. The most important. Try to fast if you can.
I fasted all day today until 6:30.
The sun's still up.
I know. I was hungry.
If you can, in our week, just drink water as I am. And I said, as you're weak. This true fast is nothing. It's not a Christian fast. You can't even stick your fingers to your mouth. Help build yourself with your return to the cellular energy. Right? Because this whole month, the day gets longer and longer, and if you're able to do such for the whole month, then what happens? Comprehend that. There's reasons for everything. Tetragrammaton and Dalmatian, there's always codes and things from the Quran. There's scientific research on that make perfection of the human baton and Zahir. Keep from getting extrinsic or intrinsic motivators that fuck you off through extrinsic motivation or epigenetics or epigenetics. Scrying interfaces of what? Magnetic signals that someone proves the mechanism of the Pfeiffer effect is what inductance of electricity, which is chiral points, that is what energy. We are dielectric, therefore if you get an ion channel from something tripping your intrinsic rattle, then you're getting electricity, which weakens your immune system because that is not of you. Therefore you get what? Shit you keep listening to, someone saying what your husband states. And I just now started hearing that man's voice. The guy you listen to. Naqshbandi. Dude you listen to. Fucking brain dead.
No, I'm not brain dead. I listen to 10 different people, so I don't know who you're referring
10
to.
different people? You listen to 10 different people that only speak on this. Or you have one person that speaks specifically what I'm talking on.
I didn't know if you were referring to the scientific, because the man does not fully talks about. Sometimes it touches upon the physical, and
you can split hairs, but
no, I'm not splitting.
The guy that you are listening to, is he the only person that is speaking on the point and topic I'm talking about right now?
Yeah, the Mohammedan way.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Please don't split hairs. The only topic I'm speaking on right now, you have one person that you're listening to, that I have not in 7 years of us being together ever heard his voice or listened to until here recently with you listening to the man. So it made me listen to see who is he. And is he of Terika? Or not of Terika? Do you understand? No, you say yeah he is of Terika, but you have no idea what I mean by is he of our Terika. Because you're not of my Terika.
But he names sheikhs
He
and...
names sheikhs and so forth, and so many people can do things to get people to do such. But if someone is not underneath Terika, one can still mislead people and say that they're of something. Understand what I'm saying to you in a spiritual manner, which the man that you were listening to the other day stating. If you fall out of accordance, if you're not following your teacher, who we gave bayah to, then what happens? You ignore all the energetics, all the things, and so on and so forth, the stuff. If you don't perish yourself, then that happens to you. And again, on topic, there's only one dude you're listening to that's speaking on the fucking words that I'm speaking on, because Milana, my teacher, who I gave bayah to, you've never heard me listen to anything where he said something like such. And his teacher, Sheikh Nazim, peace be upon him, the 40th in the golden chain, you've never heard nothing like that come from his mouth. Who I sit underneath is the person that sat and was the caliph to our Terika. It was appointed to his son, Sheikh Mahmud, Sheikh Nazim's son. And goes Sheikh Nazim's son than my teacher. I do not know this person, where he sits, who is Bayatu, both in allegiance. I'm not saying anything for Allah on a matter to say anything against this person. I'm just saying of myself. I do not know. So, if my wife is listening to something, I have to look into it. Is as with my ex-wife, when I was in jail, and the only Muslim police officer ever that fucking worked for Yuba City sued Amir Ansari, sued Yuba City or Sutter County Police Department for the stuff that they were doing to him because of 9/11. Because that happened when I got arrested. He was there, only person to let me get a Quran and so forth. Anyhow, we talked, but again, Amir Ansari, the Ansaris are royalty. His wife, she had her master's and doctorate in Sharia law. It was really interesting because I stayed with him. Where I explained to you, Heather lived with them and my parents, but she lived with them. A CO from jail. I'm in administrative segregation from fighting white power and so forth, and people trying to fight with me because fucking 9/11 just happened. These people wouldn't give me anything, kept trying to give me pork and stuff. This man heard me reading the Bible and so forth, and doing verses and zikr with people through the vents. Because they have a button and a speaker thing that's in there, and it's always on. So they heard it, and it's like, he got at me. 6 months on there, he says, man, you have a place to live. I said, don't give me a place. I have this person that's here, Heather. That's why she went with him. Stayed in Sacramento. Dude used to give her thought or zakat. He used to give her monthly zakat for the kids. You understand? Fucking police officer. Right? I get out of jail. This is where this is round up to, because people are always like, this motherfucker's always rambling about shit.
No, that's weird.
I get out of jail, but again, because I don't know this person, and the way he's describing his stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. She went like with.
You understand?
Like you would say Bismillah on the food and bless
Other
the food
things.
and
Okay, I'm at these people's house.
and they're like, what are you saying? Where
I'm at this cop's house. Homie smoking a hookah. You're from Egypt. Right? You're telling me these things, I'm watching your way you pray, I'm watching you, and I'm watching your energy form. But you're captivated by me like you see all these people come that are born in this shit and are immigrants like you to here. They're like, we never met nobody like you. Tell us our religion. I'm like, huh? Because when do you see me pick a Quran or anything or watch the stuff that you do? Nothing. I sit here and I do my stuff in my zikr. You understand? Until someone says something to me. Or I try to get your attention to talk with you about something because something that's pointed out to me while I'm doing my zikr. Instead of keeping it to myself, I try to share it with you. And now I'm recording to share with the world. That's all I've been trying to do. But I go to their house and stay for a couple of days. I leave because we're there, and again, like I explained to you, after 72 hours, after several times of praying, this dude stayed up like I did. But didn't do zikr. Would stay up to like 2, 3 in the morning smoking his hookah. That's what he enjoyed. Smoking hookah and so forth, and going to like reggae shows. That's what was beautiful. They didn't smoke cannabis. They're Orthodox. The Sharia law had not passed yet, 2013, that it was okay. Even though it's okay.
it's being okay.
Since before the religion and since the religion started. But
They needed the permission, the official
yeah,
permission is their fault.
because again, his wife has her doctorate in Sharia law. She's a mullah. She was listed as a fucking mullah, dude. Like one of them high persons. Like a mullah. Mullah, you have to look into it. It's very interesting. I was like, well, how are you a cop, bud? Dude, we're a fucking physicist, man, but come in here. Anyhow, like most immigrants and so forth, you can't get what the fuck you're specialized in.
Yeah. So you just
America don't recognize you, even though you got bare skulling and the motherfuckers here. Cab drivers that are fucking wow. But anyhow, you understand? That's why I laugh when people go,
The fucking ragheads and stuff, they come here and they take our jobs, and they take our doctor's jobs.
they're better trained. I'm like, damn.
And
Are
they
you
go
serious?
function.
I'm like, are you serious?
And they go Right.
Well, was the doctor with my mom? And when she said all that stupid shit about, I'm like, Mom, homie came with, I'm giving you the stuff that they're using in people on sarcoidosis in India for the last fucking 50 years. My mom was like, huh? What are you talking about? Yeah. We've known about this shit because of polio. You tripping? Anyhow. I say my bismillah over the breakfast with him. They asked me the question of why I'm doing that, and I
But even
explained
the
to
brother
him.
that comes to the shop,
and
he says Bismillah before he puts anything in his mouth and
Yes, he's from what country?
Persia.
No, Afghanistan, but he's Persian.
Yeah.
He's incorporated in. He's Afghani. He's a Persian Afghani. They're from Egypt. You understand? You got Wahhabism and other things like that, where the closer you get over that way, it's the more fucking how America was before Sufism fucking broke this area down, or this country down, with using entheogenics, plant-based things and other things that kill the ego, mushrooms and so forth, to do psychedelics, everything, shamanism, Sufism. Anyhow. After such, I was like, can I use your telephone, bud? He was like, huh? Sure. I got on the balcony. What do you think I called?
Your teacher.
My teacher pointed to here because my teacher was out of the country. Because he just came back last month. I called Abdul Kabir, Victor Crambo. Explained to them how they did the prayers, elbow cock questions, so on and so forth. He said, ask them if they can take you home. And I was like, why? He goes, because they'll see if they can bring you to the mosque or whatnot. And that's what it was interesting. It's like, all the shit he said to me, they tried to do. And so, it was the last time ever sitting with the man in his house. Never did nothing wrong with me, like I stated. I lost contact with him, but when I got out of prison and everything like that, when me and Heather had reunited for that little bit of time, she was still in contact and all that stuff. I took in little Ezekiel to see Sheikh, so forth, and explained to me that he gave her some things to get for me, so on and so forth, but her mom threw the shit away. That was funny. But yeah, that's why I state, I don't know about brother, because there's been people that have done things, not saying that he's done anything, or that those people were bad at all. It was just, while I was in jail, you know, like I explained to you, I'm explaining to Heather, she's seen this stuff. We were only together for a little bit before I went to jail, and she's seen the things, and then thought because of them how nice they were, that that's what I was, Muslim, and she doesn't understand that there's Muslims and then there's Sufi Muslims. There's different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like there's difference. It's just you actually believe in the fucking wind touching you, that it's a lie. That's the big difference.
More comprehensive.
Yes. And so that's how she got the name Nora. That's why her parents flipped the fuck out when we went back home. And I explained to you, we were at the dinner, and I was like, she was like, yeah, Mom, I'm Muslim. And they fucking looked at me like, what the fuck you do to our kid? And I was like, glanced back. I didn't do it. You gotta ask her. She's Muslim. She joined with this police officer people. She joined this Wahhabi group. I'm not that. I'm a Naqshbandi Tariqa. I try to explain to your kid. Your fucking kid has her doctorate in cultural anthropology, and she fucking was on spring break when we met, dude, and she's not comprehending her fucking $40,000 goddamn student loan she said out of her head at the time someone fucking living it. Saying, I'm not that. Like I do with you. What the fuck? Where are you going that way? That is not what I'm showing you. Here, do I have to type it in for you because you're looking up some shit like I have to do with everybody? What the fuck? That's not what I'm talking about. How do you guys get stuck on that shit? How did you derive that from my words when I said this? Right? That caused a fat rift on our family where I did not do my prayers. I did not do my stuff. That's when I stepped away from my iman and my deen. You understand? That's why I said with you, to help us and me to reawaken the way that you were, showing you things,
they got me back onto my iman and so forth, but I need you to wake up more, because once I get on my prayers, I wish not to separate from you. From doing my prayers and doing full out zikrs, because I don't do anything else but that. I don't smoke, I don't do shit. And I wish not to lose those that I feel I care about. I do my iman like because of my autism, I do it like Milana. That's why they said I was like the brother that got, the only other brother that got locked up in mental health. But I got released because that which I was talking about, I had manifest in front of the people and let my ass out. That was fun. That and the younger psychiatrist dude that was in there was going to Burning Man. And his philosophy was, as they explained to the people, the dude's Iroquois and fucking explaining to you the Sufism, the tariqah that he's in. That's their line of communication, because I would tell him, look, my teacher, this person's here in the room with me. And like always, they fucking, you're crazy, or you're schizophrenic or some stupid shit. And I'm like, no, dude, how do you think your cell phone and all this shit came about, dude? It was hadith and sunnah. Motherfuckers, the people actually writing this shit down and having the ability to. That's how that cascaded, and how you found me in the manner that I was in with the mind chatter and so forth. And calling out. But still, trying to complete my mission. I was making 2 into 1. And getting the crystals back together. That was the thing why Milana gift that he gives to Heather to give to me in his words. Asking him about zucchini, or his nickname for me. The green one. It let me know that what you were listening to the other day, and why I'm able to still do all the stuff that I do, that little bit of stuff that I keep to, boosts the gifts that I had before I got in the tariqah. That's why I stated, don't perish yourself. Or you state you can't, or you need permission from someone. Or that other side of that coin can't be flipped. If you really get, or have to. Or get pissed off as you stated you were a month and a half ago. But I don't know why. Astaghfirullah, subhanallah, Rajim.
Feel like I can't really explain it. I don't know the words, but it goes from here up, kind of like I can feel that going up, like I can feel my.
How much space do we got? Nice. Allahu Akbar.
I can't really explain it. I don't know the words, but it goes from here up, kind of like I can feel that going up, like I can feel my. Like it's like I don't even know what it is. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know the proper shit. I don't know that, but I just know that the wheel.
So yeah, so I was stating the Zahir, he got stuck in a pattern. He played quads. He went to Canada with high school seniors, 8th grade. He was that good. McKinney School, that the Marysville High School fucking music director grabbed him to go to Canada to play with the high school to fill in the person that couldn't go. Imagine being able to do such.
What's quad? What instrument?
He plays 4 drums, quads. Bam, he plays quads. I play drum kit and everything percussion, but single drum is what I like to play now, but it sounds like I'm playing what? Quads. Or 4 people with me. Why get on him and speak to him the way that I do? Because I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'm older than you, but you went to Canada, fool, when you were in 8th grade with the seniors class, musicians that were playing around the world because of their caliber of mindset, being able to stay on time and on note. Which you gotta use both hemispheres of the brain to do such, get the body to do all that kind of shit. You understand? And the flow is one. Group think. You understand? What I said to him, and what I said in the video at the end of the shit, of that video or this video, saying you can hear my cousin get fucked with like you do with my wife and shit. Why get on these people? You got here, you're fucking masters and shit. You also know the same kind of timing because you do looning, fool. Why the fuck I got on you and asked you the questions I did when we first were together? About the what? The knots. What's so important about knots? Pseudomorph knots, motherfucker. Pseudomorph and chiroplastic knots that are injected by either an infected cell that dies to make it, or that cell area does not get infected by other shit, or by what? A virus shooting your ass with one. Your ass fucking transcribing it.
Yeah.
And making what? A whole new organism. But I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna be a butthole, and who cares about knots? Who cares about my loom? Who cares about everything that I have? And I don't like to think about that shit, right? That's why I say you can work on whatever you went through. I was saying to my cousin what's on the end of this video, saying this woman still needs to work on, just like you, cousin, just like myself, just like your spouse. I know exactly what those plasma vials you say are good for. Work on the shit, stop fucking being a weirdo, because you keep saying you're sharing it with people, but you're keeping it to yourself. I don't like that. It's what everyone that I've ever given my stuff to fucking does. The only reason why your family knows about it is why the little kid fucking lost the shit and you flipped the fuck out, and I yelled at you and said, share it with the family, dude. Let the kids know why they're actually drinking the water out of the fucking closet for the first time ever living there and enjoying themselves. And you have this peace in your home. Your grass is green, as he's showing you the pictures. You seen his house? She was like fucking goddamn boa envelope. It was brown. You understand? Why is that? Because what did you scan? What did I infuse into those ones specifically? Because it was for a plasma garden when I was working on doing the stuff for the bulbs for food production. 20% food increase, barely got to use any water,
Good against pesticides,
AIDS,
pests,
other things. I got to carry an EpiPen, but I don't carry an EpiPen. I was stung by a bee, a fucking wasp, in 420 last year. Did I blow up? Did I get sick? Did I do anything?
No,
Did I
really
get
kind of
scared?
mild reaction.
What did I do?
Grab a plasma bottle.
I was sitting there at fucking Yuba College watching these motherfuckers supposedly having a health fair for fucking Earth Day,
Yeah.
selling alcohol in school grounds, and I'm going, what the fuck? How is this possible? The only reason why people were there to watch a stupid ass movie is to fucking drink. I'm going, huh? The only thing that happened there was proving my stuff works on myself, but also proving you're dowsing, because what did you do? You doused it. That's why I get irritated, because I asked you for confirmation on things. I know it's gonna work. It's in my own fucking mind. Ran through my mind since I was born to now. Here it is. And I'm asking my spouse in front. I don't doubt your shit. That's why it fucks hits me off when you get like a child and you just tell me the shit that you said the other day. I doubt your words, or I don't want you to speak in the sense of fucking what you say isn't right. Like what you think forward through. I don't do that, but when you respond and do some shit like what he's doing, where he's just making up some shit, yeah, I speak over you and talk and go, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, wipe that shit away. That right there is what I'm saying, why you need to work on yourself, and why I started this stuff earlier in the beginning of this stuff going, that inner work that you need is, as you see, is how all the clients that you have working, all the people you vows, fucking 1,500 people you fuck with, all have the same similar fucking thing as you that you have not worked on. That's why I stepped in with Sarah and several other people who have what? The same background as myself. But I go, whoop whap, and it's gone. Because everybody's looking like what? For what? Milana stated. Milana's master. You hear me say yes, Milana. Or yes, Sadie. I'm talking to my teacher. When he went to the Pope Benedict, who retired after Shakes, went to him. Everybody looking for somebody to take their shit from him. Everybody run himself. That's why I laugh, because why a lot of Bob's music talks about that. Bob was in the Terika. That's what blew me away. Brother showed me pictures and shit. That's the thing about us. We just ain't about motherfucking talking about shit and saying, oh, we gotta test that, we gotta find it, or some fucking make-believe shit. Here's the words. Here's the facts. Here's the proof. Here's the scrolls. That's what I enjoyed, getting to see scrolls. That's our whole mission, is knowledge. That's all we do, is go around gathering knowledge. And those of us that have the energy and such gifts, which I don't know, I haven't met no other ones like myself, but that's why I've been trying to get back to the teacher. My teacher, to sit down and share with them what I've gathered over the last 20 years. So I only sat with them once. Like in 2003 when I lived with them. When I told you when that stuff happened because of fucking probation shit where I got in trouble. I had to go because staying with him made it where cops can go inside his house. It wasn't like we were doing anything, but when 9/11 just happened, and you have pictures of him with fucking George Bush, him being the only ability of them to do such, but then they used him to trick the Naqshbandi men of Iraq and Iran to overthrow the Iraqi government and our Iraqi National Guard, and then in 2017 deem them as motherfucking terrorists. It's like, it's scary. We're hunted, dude. But anyhow, some of us have things that I've seen and others not, that I've not been able to share this with none of my elders, because as you heard me talk with others, there's people that have been in this longer than I've been alive that haven't worked on our ego enough or not, or they'll keep you suppressed or down. The human condition. I wish to share with Milana the things from the 33 why I keep talking about it. There's the crystals as I see that in that light. And that thing that he talks about, why you felt that light hit off the back of your skull and back forward as those veils were removed. That symbol that you've seen in there. That is what he describes, that the only person that I know of that has ever seen that. Astaghfirullah is Rasulullah. How it's described by him, giving khutbah to Sahaba and them writing it down. Other than that, Aliyah and those that had acquired or had the veils removed. But I asked myself, what were they doing? Again, like always, what was the person doing to create such a potentiation, to create such a reaction that happened to be able to describe what I've been seeing, what you've seen now? You understand what I'm saying to you? The stuff that he's saying that you see, that you've seen, that I told you to take it past that, and now if you go a little bit further, past that feeling you felt, that pressure in the back of your head as it was hitting back on their light, because you, you'll see yourself. Like in that dumbass Cloverfield movie. You understand? The Looking Glass with Alice is while you're doing that. You all the way out into the universe was doing such what did you feel? Why, Euclid, person that was fucking with light and other things. Euclidean geometry, why it states that if you go what? In a straight line so much, you're gonna do what? What the fuck did you do? You smacked the back of your motherfucking forehead, didn't you? Because you refracted light in a straight line forward, back and back. Not a transverse wave. Or I'm sorry, not a longitudinal wave, but a fucking transverse wave. You understand? And he had a brief delay of less than fucking... It wasn't instantaneous. Just other.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying.
Crystals, the marks that are in it, and different writings that are written down by the prophets, so that have, or is written that they had the ability to do certain things because of either the crystalline waveform they emitted or had seen and incorporated, as I talk about why the different ethnicities look different to the allotropic bodies because of the impurities they took in, which if you say such as an impurity, it would be because you're a liquid crystal. So therefore, if you eat profitable ways of a certain prophet, the so-called impurities that would be infused in that crystalline waveform would give you a different refractor rate than of a different prophet's impurities, would it not? And over time of doing such, that sisula, seed crystal, would make idiots that think in color crayon fashions that you have different races in the world because the different folds and so forth of hues or gray area or mongoloid fold would be different across the refractor of the allotropic burl, which is six-sided hexagonal.
But in the crystalline structure, we're all the same.
It's still the same burl. Emerald, an aquamarine, so forth, and a topaz is still a fucking burl. Just the impurity makes your eyes see it a different color or different latticeal shape of the fold, but it's still a fucking burl. It's still hexagonal, like you. Burls, only thing they got fourth phase of water in it. Or are they? I got the tourmalines and other things that I've shown you why I got them, that in that fourth phase of water thing show those tubules, and what do I have in my personal collection? There's nothing but that. Henceforth why I showed those to brother who
Like
came,
the cut sides from Emily?
yes, with the other ones that I just got from brother that I showed you the stuff cut in the trailer and say, hey, this is the fourth phase of water. Brother that you were just talking with today, after him when he came in, like I stated, is when the dude that got published for the fourth phase of water I took to the back of the shop to show him personal collection that was back there.
And you show him the spiral in the Shigar aquamarines.
He was able to see 8 things in that one specific that has a spiral missing out of it. It looks like there's 2.
Oh, yeah. Comes all the way to the top. That's what shows you. On the top is like a needle point, and it's a perfect hexagon too. And that goes shows you it's like all needle thread like hair like, but hexagonal all the way. That's what's making it.
And then you showed that picture of that I polished that day here during the flood. We're stuck in the house.
Yeah. I was sitting right
that
there.
triggered Jamie.
That she said that it was like the mental crystal.
Crystal, she's been looking at through electron motherfucking microscope and shit, because she has been looking at stuff from the molecular level. And that's where I was telling you, you need to do the same to understand how to electroform and do what you're doing. Yet, she's uncredited. Science is doing that for 22 years of her life, fighting against people, trying to prove things that are like heavy side.
Yeah.
Prove the Pfeiffer effect. Not the effect, but the mechanism.
Yeah.
A big difference of just talking about some shit and having the mechanism of it. She proves the mechanism.
And have everything around it in account.
By proving that mechanism goes into what you were listening to the other day of what? Gins or electricity. As you hear me explain to her what she's doing, refracting light. So if you're feeling an inductance into other things like such, like I shared with the stuff in the group, sharing with the wireless charging pads and other things like that, where they state 1,000 kilohertz to 10,000 kilohertz causes warmth. So hey, what's that? That's what you get from Reiki.
Oh yeah, I read that. That was like in a paper.
All the papers why I said study this stuff, because you're gonna get an explosion of this shit with this dumbass quantum healing and all this fucking knockoff bullshit that's now coming out. These people doing these things. All this shit that's coming out is just gonna cause the body to have all these ailments. Here's all the stuff that happens when you hit this, this, and this. But this is why you feel this and the cold and the spiraling for mine. And from there you get that. And why you don't hear anybody even talking about nothing from the Keshe Foundation is fucking koolaid. In any energetical manner at all. Let alone infuses something with plasma itself. I mean, shit, all them fools is still trying to make plastic polymers. I don't even know how to do that. This shit's hilarious. Anyhow.
Still, like, I can't really explain it. I don't know the words, but it goes from.
So you were talking about the 7 crystals.
Yes, that came with Adam's slaves.
I can't really explain it. I don't know the words.
That Milana describes, but Milana's Milana. Well, that happened several years ago. Try to get people to come together. Get them ready for seclusion to be as one.
Where are the other crystals?
One is here, that's why I said why it's so fertile. Why you heard my conversations and you open up and they share that with who? Larry Bird. Not the fucking basketball player people, the orbital mound dowser that's been the boss in the pyramid and other things like that. And it's
Senior
shared.
Dowser from the Dowsers Association of America.
He's blessed us with the
Knowledge.
crystals, knowledge and crystals, and the ability to touch and get the information from the Bosnia pyramid because he's brought his crystals from there.
The batteries. It was the first time that a
And
man would bluntly look at my eyes and say, it looked like a
the
river
first time
bottom
my mom
rock. And he said, this is a
and
battery.
my mother, or I should say, I finally got my wife to pay attention somewhat to me stating, stop using the feather, but she didn't quite get, she wasn't even using the feather yet. Quite yet. Gentleman had opened up an art gallery and axe throwing thing down the way, and as he was pulsing, because what he does is he's able to douse but draw out what the artifact is and so everything.
Well, he's able to douse, period, but that's what he's focusing. He's like attenuating his antenna to.
Yeah, that's what he's growing his dendritic
Dendrites
growths.
for, yeah.
It was really interesting because as his pulse, like I stated to him, because I pulsed him back, and so we started talking. So I went down and pulsed him through the wall. And as I explained to him in front of my wife, the first time I ever felt someone like you, other than my teacher. Never felt someone like myself in that type of energetic form. Not healing way, but energetic form that he was doing. and strength.
You were at the store, and what did you get? Like a king, 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 king. Like, what did you perceive?
Just a waveform fashion that
Like a and clog your ear. Like, what physically? What do you What do you feel?
it's what I see.
It was like, for me, the what I got to relate to what you're saying, it's not that I see, but it's like, if I'm at the shop and I know when I'm getting hit with something, or I know right before somebody's gonna come or something, like, it's like the shock wave before you shot, like you're saying, when a bomb explodes, and it's the shock wave before the bomb, the explosion, the sound explosion itself, what's hitting you,
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like my ears it goes from my right to my left, and it feels like my ear gets like opinionated, when you go high in altitude and it gets clogged. That's like I'm feeling all good, and all of a sudden it's like stopping a second at a time, and it's like, whoa, wait, like it's stopping me, and I know something's coming, but I'm not necessarily sure what, you know what I'm saying, or differentiate.
No. Say for instance how I described to Ben Beeler and have him come with his daughter, and me tell him that his daughter has the same gift as him, but different. Why the idiot? Not idiot, but at the time he was being silly and tried to say that I took his gift or whatever. So on and so forth that he did at the time, but if you understand his gift, as he explained, he can send information out like I explained, and listen in or project himself through the wall and be there in the bar. That was 2 stores down, right? Well, I was sitting, partaking at the flower box. He was inside the store. As you've seen, you can't see inside there because they got that shit. So what do you think? They didn't get a compression wave or anything like that. Something as he pulsed out, the overlay like I shared with the video that shows you how I see, how I explain. It went from negative to all those different things, but you still have the overlay. People's energy as they send stuff out, if there's something that will make me say, look in, as I explained for years today, if you make me have my attention drawn to you, it's like what Raymond Edward, who asked me what I was doing, and other people that when they state they have a gift or whatnot, and I test them. You understand? I wasn't using the NC5 when I was doing that to brother. You understand? All we did was link and have things where Sister Shari in Hawaii and I was in Maryland, and have an open conversation doing such and telling her to open her hands and so forth and do things. And this is when I was in Maryland. 8. No, longer than that. 11 years ago. 10 years ago. A decade. And these little goofball people are trying to tell a person that they can look up online. You gotta have blue eyes. Come on. And Keshe Talk 324. Or Keshe Talk 323. I'm like, come on, you guys are sad. Tell somebody what's up with them, with their body. Something like what we do every day. Right? But pulsed in. We talked. As I walked from his shop down, I said, brother, I doused 2. Read that he didn't believe me. So that's why when you came out, what did you see me point out to him? There's this shit here in the front. There's a body right here, somebody right here. And there's this here, this here, this here, and this here. This is people. This is humans. This ain't of humans. And that shit back over there ain't humans. I need confirmation because you're a dowser. My wife's a dowser, but don't understand she is. She's still being fucking retarded. Not opening up to herself. So, since she wasn't here the first time you came here, like Peace was. You understand?
She used that.
Why did Peace get shot? Peace got shot, she put over the thing, that's when that shit entered her. That's why she said what she said. That
made her stronger. It made her stronger. She had a clear connection to that devil shit that was in her. You understand? What you listened to the other day.
I
What
would
to
just
do.
have never thought
That's what you listened to the other
of
day.
something like that.
Before Henry got took out by doing them weird zickers, he stated, I sensed that shit. And Henry stated, like old boy did today, stating that his people got into that necromancy. That's what fucking Henry stated he was doing. And I said, stay away from that shit, bro. Next you know, you seen him saying what? People got fucking pig faces and shit and laughing to himself. You know what I'm saying? This shit is real. But
So
you
he
still
said, this
play
guy
like,
said two names today. He
you
said
still-
necromancy and geomancy.
Yeah.
And he said it's not what he was saying was, it's not how people understand it.
Honey, geomancy is what motherfucking Keshe's doing, fool. Geomancy is why they got the 6 portals in the positions
Yeah,
that they want.
geopathically, with
Yes.
the earth,
Uh-huh.
that's what the creating grids or manipulating.
Geomancy
Yeah.
is fucking working with the dark side of the energetics, if you wish to say such. It's not bad, but it can be used in bad terms.
Because how it started was I was telling him about the vibrational
That's
medicine.
why, what is lepidolite good for? Good for geomancy, but for
Geopathic stress.
getting rid of geopathic stress and so forth. What do
And
I do?
arcanites, too.
I do geomancy and run with others that do geomancy. That's what you heard yesterday in the video, and
That's
you
why you
have
can feel
someone.
the ley lines.
And why I travel along the ley lines and I go all the spots and what have I showed you and all the spots around here. And where all my huts and all my stuff are, and I even say it in videos from fucking
But that's intrinsic, you know,
Decade
like you
ago.
feel it intrinsically.
You
How
understand?
does somebody taps into that and acquires that feeling?
like Larry Bird explained to you. He's been doing it since he was how old? 5. So since the age of 5, and he's 61 or 62. Think about it now. That's why he's the leader of this stuff, but he's been doing it his whole motherfucking life. Regardless of what anybody states, you hear how he talks, and me and him openly talk about what? Aliens.
Yeah. That was like the second time, apart from that guy that gifted us the vessels.
Do you understand?
Remember those 2 vessels? And then
'Cause
he was like,
what
can I
did
have
he
it
do?
back?
What did he
That
do?
was the second guy that
What
just...
did he do and state was in front of our shop? He verified that was there.
Spaceship.
No, that there's a yin and yang symbol underneath.
Oh, underneath.
And then there's 2 hookers, or
Girls.
unfortunately, women that had succumbed to life that are there.
Girls that prostituted.
But then there's the little guys. The whole reason why the Chinese Freemasons or Sufis came here and fucking built what they did on the Dragon Ley line. And that there's the largest fleet he's ever recorded of 88 ships. Start in Marysville and go over into Sutter. 88 ships. I explained to him, since he stated that it's not ships, dude, those are fragmentations of what? The crystal that Adam Islam used to be upon him fucking from here. That's why this is a fertile valley, so goofball. Explain that to you in front of him. Explain it to you guys. That's why Mashid next to what? The only fucking Sikh temple like it outside of what? India, that has the largest gathering every motherfucking year in the world outside of fucking India.
Outside of
Ah.
the Golden Temple.
That's why we got the only water temple outside of fucking China here in the whole motherfucking world. We're the oldest Chinatown, not San Francisco. So it's the only murals in Cantonese, the oldest Cantonese that it is, that nobody knows what the fuck the shit says. Except for about 7 people that I've met. And they're old as shit. And that was 7 back when I was in my 20s. I'll be 40 this year. Who knows how many of them are alive?
So he's like his friends started
understand?
doing that, and
They took the original dragon that was there that has never been fucking made and ruined the motherfucker, dude, when they took it. And people fucked that
Oh, yeah,
dragon
it
up,
didn't
dude. They
look-
look
it
like
didn't
shit.
look
There's
like
nothing that
nothing.
was original on it
no,
at all.
I know.
They put all that plastic shit on there. That shit. Why they took it was because it was all medicine and real sigils and seams. They took that shit back to China. The head of the government that almost overthrew the Communist Party fucking started here, man. It was the secondary government to fucking China was in that place. Understand and know that. Yeah, that's why I openly stated to him that, and he was like, oh. And would tell us all the stuff. Because he can sense like I can, I bet. Well, motherfuckers, because all this up here while you're thinking creates energy.
Yeah. So he somewhat picks up a spark or like.
But I don't know if he's in that way because he keeps trying to go with the fucking stupid ass computers and so forth. Like I explained to him. It's funny how them people use the equipment to verify our findings because they spend hella money to come get us, fly us out there, find the shit, then come with the sonar shit, and then state the dude with the fucking sonar stuff found the shit. Because they can't actually come out and state like PG and everybody does. They don't use the ground sonar penetration shit to go do their stuff. They do what, like even that, honey?
Yeah, the water district too.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get a dowser.
Yeah.
Because a dowser is a whole lot more, what? Accurate than a fucking computer they spend all that money on.
Yeah.
But they'll come and state that the computer did it after they done had us come out and fucking bring the shit and then come back out and verify it after the computer did it. We gotta verify what a human did. Just to make sure, because we don't want to waste money. Fucking retarded. So what did the man say after he burned us that crystal and shit? That the Tesla coil and shit wouldn't even go by. It put out energy. That thing was such, but I don't know what it is, and I'm telling him, dude, the thing's talking to me right now, bro. Here, take me. But unfortunately, because I'm on probation, when that shit was going on, I said, take my wife. Take someone, I'll show her I didn't agree with the show. Because I am able to see through her eyes and she don't believe me. But I write to her and tell her. Because our kids. Not on this plane, but the other. I write to her and let her and tell her everything she was doing. But anyway. We open to have conversations about aliens and stuff. So what we do in our shop, we take out all the crystals, pack them, we take them, put them in the back over those batteries and other things that are there. Every night. Imagine unpacking and repacking your store every day. We did that for our people. Wife didn't understand, but I think she's understanding now. Because again, you're having an open talk with a grown-ass man that's traveled the world to sites that are supposedly fake that people don't believe in, but are actually fucking real. Because you can't deny the bottom of the pyramid, they found other ones now too. But then you go in the other information, I'm talking about the terracotta fucking gargoyles and shit that are found here that he's found, that are accredited in being fucking done by archaeology and so forth 35,000 years ago. So who was here? All these things. But anyhow, we'll play stupid and we'll play like you've never been around these people, or the fucking guy that kept calling the police on us that worked for the FBI and so forth that use your machine. Why I bought mine? You hear me talking to the fucking cop that came when the fucking stupid ass time the fucking cops were calling us by the dumbass neighbors. For nothing. They got the fucking water transmitter and some hot shit on their hands. So.
Yeah, that's fucking fascinating.
You understand? You got me arguing with you to buy Marcel Fogle crystal, and then that same week, you got some beautiful, call it a coincidence if you wish, old ass elders come in and talk with you about it. And say that the first people to fucking bring them in to Marysville. Bounce the lighter off your forehead for yourself, dude. What's wrong with you? And then have me go to where? Mount Shasta with you and your parents get snowed the fuck in. And go to the only store in my life I've ever found. Where are you going?
To get the crystal.
Go, only store in my life I've ever been to where a dude got a Fogle crystal, know how to cut the shit. I asked him in, and how he treat me, like everybody do.
I know, you asked the man to cut. That's what he did. The whole store was just Fogle crystal.
That's what the motherfucker did. Every time we spent over $15,000 in that motherfucking town at one store and never realized that shop was there, and for some reason it pops up when your family's there.
I never seen in that store either.
You know, walk in there
And oh my god, all of it is full of,
Oh, crystals.
whoa. I'm like,
Caught by the man.
touch a couple, let me see how this guy reacts. So I took you to the side and I'll go, let me see how this dude reacts. Because these are what I wish to get, but they have to be done a certain way, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to the guy. Wow. Okay. Have a conversation. What I do, pressure the fuck out of you and your mom and dad trapped in the house. Nothing. Gets to where you find out that your grandpa, rest in peace, and your mom has some radionic done in your hometown. It should only be obvious to you. I mean, fuck. You got Richard Gans and hella motherfucking physicists and niggas like that from one of their that top the world, and you guys are supposed to be stupid. Oh man, come on. Play stupid if you wish to. But the optogenetics of the wording of something, like I keep illustrating, the stories that are read to kids when they're little kids is why our world's the way it is. If you give a child a fucking car and a squirt gun, what do you think the future's gonna be if that's their play?
But that's what I don't understand. It's like if my mom she went to a place like that, and it wasn't that I sent her, you know, because I was living in the capital city at the time, or even here. So I came to find out years later that that had happened. If my mom on his own accord went to that place, and the nature of other things that I came to just find out later, it's like, you know, kind of like what's first, the chicken or the egg. I'm not bringing these onto my mom. She already has it with her. But then every time, like, I talk about even like the silicone. It didn't start with her.
It started with Coco. Rest in peace.
But then when I talk to her, like even about the silly conversation yesterday about the gun, you know, or like I said something about the property, and my mom was like, my mom was like, I just honestly would have never that. My mom was like, I would have never bought that property. She said, she's like, I'm more of the turn in key ready kind of thing, you know. And I was like, I get that's what you got to be, but that's not what I get.
Started. It's not how you started.
So that's like that lineation that happens when I'm talking to her about the things that I'm really passionate about or that I just really love, you know, because she was like, what are you guys going to do? Winter comes so fast. And I was like, it's always going to come. And I was like, I don't know, we'll figure it out.
First winter we slept on the fucking tarp. Next winter we slept in the fucking carport. When we moved from the carport, when shit got fucked up, it was nice in the carport.
It was really nice.
I
look forward for another,
shit keeps
the evolution of the
somebody
carport.
keeps fucking wanting to do something different. So I'm like, okay. I'm just wondering what your idea is for this winter. I mean, we did the platform. We can do the platform again, or the trailer, or both, or fucking whatever.
Both. So we can hang out in one place. Even for the summertime, like the idea is just be out there.
We're downsizing from a 2.5 bedroom house with a back porch to fucking 22 acres. What the fuck do we feel like?
Oh, that's what my mom said. She was like, well, on the bright side, if you guys ever argue, one can be on one side of the property and the other one on the other side, and you don't even got to see each other.
You got your little westernized shit that I told you I'll build for you. I ain't into that stuff. I'm building my rock stone plasmatized glass shit that's gonna make it through anything.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. It's like if it's...
But that's what I'm saying. Eva's imagination is the only imagination of a child other than mine on the property. Tu sabe. I might say to you, you're acting like a child, but your imagination isn't as a child. You've lost that imagination. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I shared those pictures, and I'll point it out again. You had a little girl that had a whole multiverse going on with people living and other things. She grabbed all your stuff and had things going on. It's all set up.
That universe is alive. The Donthreaten and so forth are there. Those people encompass that place now forever. As adults, we are going from this because you're having me build this there. And I make fun of you and the others as we would make fun of those as we drive by them at what? Glamping. And go, damn, those people are taking what, 5 hours to fucking move their antenna to get the shit in and then sit in their fucking trailer in the AC like if they're at their house. What the fuck was the point of pulling the trailer sitting in traffic doing all that goddamn stress to go sit in the carport and some shit where you can hear the next person snore and fart and their dog fucking fart? What's the fun of that?
No, I just took
You
upon the
understand
project
the
of the
state-
trailer, and I felt like
I'm
I
not
wanted to
stating-
get
I'm
it the
not
fuck done.
pointing out your trailer or anything. I'm stating that.
But I'm looking forward to creating spaces with what's there.
I'm
And
not attacking you. Please don't work
no, I
yourself.
understand what you're saying.
If you understand, then let me speak.
Okay.
From my mechanical system drafting and so forth, as you see the way that I draw. As we walk through the forest, what do your eyes see, my eyes see? What do I point out to you, and what do you point out to me? Do you understand? And again, it might be because of the way my eyes see or not, but I should not be able to see those things, and you should. Because you state you're there in your imagination. So if you're there in your imagination, in the image of the forest and the trees, you can see all the trees or just be blinded by one, but if anything that is man-made out of context that is not of natural, it should fucking point out to you like a big ass red thing. Like I go, hey, look at that over there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Or something that I'm not after because you point out mushrooms to me, I'm able to point out all of them to you. Your eyes should be able to see the same because you're attenuated to such. That your imagination, your image across the nation of the sulfide and bacterial and viruses that make up what is the nation of your biome should be pulsing out and sensing and chimal signs and so forth, doing that Crimeron sensing and other things, and seeing all that is there. Like how they describe how ayahuasca had to bend the root first because the other does not emit light, but one was able to give the shamans the ability to see all that what is healthy or healing or non-healing in the forest. So there'd be no way for someone to just go into the forest and pick something out as such.
Yeah.
But then if everyone that does real DMT sees panthers and so forth of themselves as such, but then you see videos of panthers eating it and getting on their back like a cat on catnip, who's expressing and who's living whose life, right? So again, back into the imagination of that child living out something. What is creating her to do such? Because again, it's energy waveform, and as you've been listening to that gentleman, things talk to you. Or are those things talking to her while she was doing that stuff? Because our property was used for mining, so again, it's the first time a child has been there. Understand what I'm saying to you. You pay attention when there's youth and people that are open, that don't have shields to see what is messing with them, or if your attitude changes what is there, because again, the only people that were there, as you've read, from 1815 until the time were miners and so forth and stuff that they went through, and before that were the people that were indigenous of Ishivas. Peace be upon him. Indigenous Yanni tribe that were sacrificed because why? It's fucking cold right there. Why? First thing out of my brother in the Therica stated what? Jake Ledhill, who somehow our lawyer that you got for me that didn't do shit for me. His daddy went to school with him. Why I said I know, told him in the office. You think I'm stupid? That's why I got you as my lawyer. Well, you're appointed, dumbass. You're trying to tell me I gotta get fucking Jake to go to the fucking consulate, dude? Are you fucking retarded? He's a United States citizen. That can't come into the country because he's fucking Muslim. He's Sufi Muslim living amongst the country, not being able to practice fucking Sufism, as the man stated. And you got to hear the conversation. doesn't play music anymore when he played on stage with B.B. King. It's my first guitarist in Another Shade of Blue. A group name. You need a drummer, percussionist, songwriter, so on and so forth. Songwriter, lead guitarist, Brandon Hostin played bass. Everybody else is out here playing fucking death metal and shit, Deftones and all that kind of shit just became famous. That group that Kenny and I, Chris were in, that Peace broke up, I was in their group before I got with Jake. Got away from it because fucking people like that. Esoteric. Picked up by Sony. You know, I mean, fucking shit like that I walked away from me. That's why fucking Erica fucking raised our daughter like the way she did and stated to her. And she did. I don't know, waste my knowledge. For someone to say that fucking 25 years ago. And they had someone the year that you met me in 2013 re-met after having my head beaten in my prototypes took in Dirk Sutton, seeing me draw the picture out how I was commissioned to and how we came together now in this time construct. Telling me I'm the smartest person he's ever met and giving me his drafting stuff. Because when he doesn't draft, but that was his major in college, and that was the year fucking AutoCAD came out and wiped everybody away with his fucking understanding.
I remember
You understand?
there was an elder that did miniature stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The one time we were outside of Michael's,
Mm-hmm.
and you introduced me to him and his wife.
Mm-hmm. All these people that would come, it's like Mama Shar. Why she helped and let us stay there.
I wonder how she's
It was
doing.
at the donut shop where I used to sit in front of and draw, not ask anybody for anything. That's why people would trip out. Like, we just see you, what are you surviving on?
Do you think next time we go to Reading, we can go see if she's still there?
Yeah. You understand? Me sitting, it's like the video with the plasma torch going where I'm at Sean and Cherry's house. People were trying to do shit to me with fucking police. We're just sitting there and drawing. And man, like he explained to you, if he hadn't been sitting with me all day, then he would have just let another fucking homeless dude get fucked with by the police. But and people tried to say I tried to rob him. The fucking laundromat that was there. And he'd been sitting with me the whole day fucking going, what are you guys talking about? If he hadn't have been the janitor for the school, the police officer knows. His wife, because his wife or ex-wife knows. There was a school teacher there. Would have roused me, but taking off my glove that you didn't like me wearing on my left hand, and dousing and pulsing, man. Describe. I was a trick waking up in your backyard. I was like, where the fuck am I at? I was drunk. That's all I do is stay drunk, like how you met. He was like, said we had a beautiful conversation. He said, I took my glove off. It was while you're at my house. You took your glove off and pointed at my face and told me about the cancer that he had, that rare cancer inside the sinuses. He didn't even tell his family about. You understand? Do that, Keshe. Because at that year in 2013, all you're doing was Coca-Cola bottles. Supposed Coca-Cola reactor bottles. Until after you motherfuckers robbed me, had me, my head beat, put me in fucking amnesia. But you don't understand. As the world develops more and more computers and so forth, all it's going to do is just strip the master designer of fully autonomous self-organizing systems, which derivatives of it being used in all the computers and so forth. and paradigms and optogenetics and epigenetics, all it does is just trip and make me go back to my original reference. Well, I told my wife what will happen at this time is put in a coma and we'll wake up together. And here we are, kids. As I described to her in the master drawing, the virtual daughter loves cookies like her daddy. That's what she's getting from all of your data. You know what data is? Is Al Qaeda. Oh man, Al Qaeda is data. Got a whole bunch of Al Qaedas running around. Stupidity as shit. Spend $15,000 in the person's store and they finally talk to you. Soul connections. Bruce and his wife. Good people. It's crazy when you try to talk about something. People always clam up and shit. Here we go. Almost 3 hours into this video. 2:13, inshallah, we got it still enough. We still got 2 hours and 8 minutes of the actual video we're trying to make. 2 hours and 45 minutes into us just jabbing.
Last night
But I love it, man, because when you can listen to something like this, when you get older, or share with people, or just listen to the intimacy of yourself with self and with your spouse. It's the whole reason why we're companions.
Last night I was reading this tiny little booklet that I had when I met you, like a kind of diary thing. And it brought tears to my eyes. It was so beautiful, like the way that since the moment that I met you, or that seeing you in the farm, it's like I seen you as this mystical creature. And it says there, it's all written in Spanish. I can read it to you, but it's all written in Spanish, and it's like, oh, just his eyes, and the way that he looks, like the way that his sight, you know, like the way he would look at you, and it's just like, just so mystical. Like I had you like over there. I was like, wow, I still feel the same, but the fact that I felt how I feel now, just like from moment zero, you know, was like, wow, oh, this is beautiful. And I even wrote down that I guess we like got together and we were like sexually active, and then we weren't, and I wrote down like, I asked him like, what's going on, and that you said there's 2 reasons. Well, I can't remember the first one, and the second you said because you felt like you were cheating on your ex-wife. And I was like, I wrote down like, I understand, you know, like I just felt like I need to respect, and I understand.
Because we weren't being intimate with each other.
Yeah.
If you understand. And by doing such as we've talked before.
Let me see what the first reason was. Oh, you said 1 for respect, and second, cause that.
With respect. I was trying to warn you then. It took 6 years from that date for you to actually fucking talk to me in December about what I pointed out to you. respect. From the gate. Cut no shorts, no losses, no nothing. I tell people, I give 2 fucks. I do. That's why I'm telling you like this. And if you keep on that path, then I'm gonna have to say, I love you. Goodbye. I don't tell people goodbye. But if I do, like you seen, baby, motherfuckers freak out. Oh my god. No. But you caused this. Bye.
I thought that this is what you wanted all along, but then when it's there, you freak out.
Why are you freaking out? I ain't gonna give you no more of my love, my energy, my attention, nothing. Cut that part out real fast. Dig that out. Got other shit to do. Like I tell him as I go away, I'm gonna stay me. You changed when you came around me. Were you scared because you ain't gonna stay the same person that you like now? Because you wasn't that person before?
Yeah, that's a scary part.
That's what I tell motherfuckers. Don't make my motherfucking me be your ability or your crutch. Be yourself. Because that's why we cutting off and I'm cutting you off because you dead weight to me. You need to make your own alternative cellular energy. You need to be on your own. Bob Marley, pull your own weight, motherfucker. We can work together. This ain't no fucking one-sided shit. Alright, since that real fast, like you seen with Natalie and everybody, I'll tell them over it real quick. But you got sand kicked in your face. In front of your kid. Total. You don't turn your kid into what you did. In half. But warned and worked with. And then stopped being talked to a couple years back. And y'all became friends, and I said, well, I stated, you need to work on that thing that you're doing. And the sisters you're doing, and being around. Said the same shit with my ex and the other ones. That codependent shit, as you hear us talk about with people in the shop. People wake up to that shit. It's in the interstitial water. Let's see. Let's play this video. Allahu Akbar. This is a good one. 2:14. Inshallah, we got enough space. We still got 2 hours and 8 minutes to go. And it's a really beautiful video right here. This. I don't know why. You still would blog it. But I know why. And this shows truth. People being in their imagination. A brother that don't understand something, kind of just now messing with the plasma and so forth. But we feeling stuff for real. Just off a crystal. And pendant. And be it that a clear quartz vibrates at a certain frequency, whatever you feel refracting off that and so forth, inferencing, and the piezoelectricness of it, to transductance of those light refracting inside of it as a prism and emitting blah 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 blah. Hey. Watch the video of me and Jamie talking. The credited scientist. Me breaking it down because she's using a clear quartz. I walk 40 feet from her. And she feels it. Pushed and she created electricity, pressure, so forth. Galvanic responses, but electricity is different from the body's dielectricity. But anyhow, I'll shut up. Here we go.
Like a wind feel, like I can't really explain it, I don't know the words, but it goes from here up, kind of like I can feel that going up, like I can feel my, like it's like I don't even know what it is. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know the proper shit. I don't know that, but I just know that the wheel is like, if you have this and you have like a wind going like this, I know that you can make. I know you can make energy. I know you can make lights. I know that with water.
Torque.
That's
make electricity with one magnet spinning on itself.
Not just the torque. As a machinist, you'll understand this.
say. So I've been trying to get her to understand. SAE. Torque and say are the most important things.
Because that's how the welder's going like this, and it's coming down. It's pushing out of the.
40
when
minutes
you have
ago,
a welder is
what we're
running
talking
on.
about.
It can run on a stick. It could run on a battery. It could run on. That's a stick. Like if you're running like a stick weld, it could run on just on a car battery and jump kills. You can weld something. But if you're doing like MIG welding, it's going down. That's that feel like when the line is going up to the holes, it's going up to the thing, it's coming out, and then you're going to the spoon of the gun. So that's what you. So it's going up like that. So you're. This is how the line's going up the welder.
Man, I was a monster
And
in
going
debate class in high
this.
school.
Yeah, that's the.
I wasn't even in debate
it
class.
was like a
They just
group.
allowed me to be there.
The
Rocking
angle
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
of what's inside of the torque needed. Like when you see a bolt, you know, when you see a bolt that has a notch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are used for putting those things. You understand about tensile strength? So those bolts, if it has 3, it takes 3 tons before that top shears off. Because titanium, all metals are crystal.
Yeah.
So it takes 3 tons before the crystal cleaves. And that top, there's a top, you got that bolt down, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're holding up one of them big old lights.
It's kind of like some of your spring in a car, like how you.
No, the say is that if you think of like why the difference of the say is why you're able to take certain screws and put them through concrete, metal, and wood, and some won't go through others. Others are used for routers and bits and other things as such as that say. It's a torque angle. The torque angle, that cupping, the way of the say. SAE.
Like a wave.
I won't break it down more for you than that. But that's that shit that I explained to you that why I don't listen to Nassim Harriman years ago, because I was like, this motherfucker making up shit when his torch hour program, that dude's fucking plagiarizing people hella bad. Trying to say he came up with it when
you just
he
answered
didn't.
the question why they put those steel bars through the concrete. I always wondered why. I never wanted to ask nobody because, you know, I never fucked with it. I never wanted to ask why they always pick, why they lay
Roll bars.
Roll bar.
Rebar.
Rebar.
Size 4 rebar to size 2 rebar.
Yeah, why they pick rebar, and you can't really, like, to weld rebar, you gotta get hot.
Yeah.
It's like I got this steel bar when it came out of those old fences. What is it called? I'm loaded. I gotta think. Let me think about it. It'll come to me. I was just telling them.
But you know how easy it is to break it?
Fence posts.
By just cleaving it in one spot. I used to work out at East Nicholas at the rebar yard next to the school. I used to build the cages and so forth. And do rebar like this. Rebar cutter machine out there. Pulling 20 and 30 foot lines of that shit. With a rebar cutter, it just feels like a pair of like dog fucking toe clippers. There's this 2 pieces of metal like this, steel casting. They come as such, but they got a red button on each side. And it sucks because you gotta fucking hold the shit in and you're above that. So think of the tensile strength for one of them rebars is snap for you to cut it. Because each one of those is cut that way.
I know what that machine is. I know exactly what it is. It's one part
all
where
that
you can
pressure
bend,
and all that
bend
shit.
or cut. Yeah, it's like
You gotta work that motherfucker and then BAM! And that explosion, that pap, it's really interesting because I used to see different crazy shit with my synesthesia. I didn't like the job, but I liked the job. I've always worked with metal and fucking shit like that, but seeing the metal get bent and broken, seeing what happens with shear and trigger and all that stuff, shit that I didn't learn in high school and shit. But getting away from this, I wish to share this with you guys. This is my memory of today, and it's as special as getting out of jail in 2018 on September 7th, 2018, and being able to share a memory of September 7th, 2011, of when I got hit by
a drunk driver and called the police, and then got shit done on me by the police. That was what was used in the case against me when I got beat into a coma in 2014 with her. And they stated I broke a cop's arm and clavicle, and she finally got to read the police report because she thought I was lying to her the whole time. And I was like, fuck you, I ain't got no reason to lie, dude. Yeah, the first time I call somebody for motherfucking police, motherfucker called me here. It just says in the fucking thing. Cop told me to sit down next to I'm getting arrested. I'm getting choked and tasered.
Man, people don't know about how these police get down dirty.
I was Aberdeen police, it's Maryland. It's back east.
Oh, that's even worse.
It's back east.
That's even worse.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
These
you get
motherfuckers out
back. Hey,
here.
look, the people that you went to high school with, played hopscotch with, right? One day, next thing you know, he's whooping your ass after you graduate. Like, wait, hey man, wasn't I just at your house playing Jumpman on the bikes, and weren't we riding down? Aren't we the same guy? Like, hey, weren't you the only one on drugs? I could have swore you were snorting with cocaine. Brian Roper and Tad Holland. I thought you guys were you crackheads? Now you're in probation. Don't ever say that part.
It was hella funny when I was on probation. You know, I've been on probation since fucking 17 and shit,
Yeah,
bro. So I'm like, why can't I ever get you as a probation officer, motherfucker? Right? I mean, everybody in this motherfucking place.
Yeah.
But you and you and you and you and you.
Your brother won't talk to me when he sees me. He used to pick me up at koolaid school when you used to go over there every day when he was in high school before he married Mrs. Larson's daughter. And your other brother ran into somebody's house. He never went to jail for that. We never seen him again.
Okay, because I want to show you something on Real Talk. No, I was telling you about the plasma and so forth. So this dude's been copying my stuff. They make their stuff in plastic. They make it with Drano. This fool's calling this CH3, but they use Drano, so you don't get it in the equation. And as you see, it's galvanized chicken fence wire, right?
Yeah.
And they're saying that they're getting CH3. But where's it? That's the red gans they're talking about giving to the pigs, folks. That gave the 4 pigs. What, honey?
Oh, they got the F water and the red thing.
That's the red. That's CH3 gans. The red gans that they sell to people is fucking CH3. They say it's for your blood. They make it like this. Like fucking galvanized motherfucking chicken mash.
Oh yeah. That's what they say. It's for hemoglobin.
And that's why Henry J and other people that fuck with that got anemic. Because he had that. And I posted this, not this thing, but a thing showing that they was listening to me because they had to do a reprint in their plasma times of that month, stating, stay away from the red Kool-Aid. And then 2 months ago, they came out and tried to tell people, who knows who's listened, that the CH3 feeds the what? The virus. Well, how do they know it feeds the virus? But what actually feeds the virus is the other shit. The CH3 kills the virus. Because that's what mutated it and got it away from swine flu to blue ear to PSRV. But, hey. There's other metals that go into that stuff, right? And they're using Drano. So I blasted these people and I was like, man, because again, the dude stated he was doing the 4th phase of water. So the other day, when I did such, let's see, did he take his name and take his shit down? No. This will, I put, you know, man, these Keshe lemmings. This video sample bunch plasma, bunch of interest response. What this, the man in the videos, because his cousin sent me a friend request and then a like and so forth and all this. And it was really interesting because I was doing a live video or a screen record and so forth, waiting to see what. I was like, you're drinking Drano and a blowtorch. You're doing yourself in your state, and it's not the Keshe method, but anyhow.
Is it breaking?
It did. Because it's not solid.
No, that's even more interesting.
What's more interesting is it's sand and it turns white. So this is the second video, cousin. This fool says on a wolf. In all their videos, they got like these. It sounds like Cody's. It's hella funny. Because I asked him to proof of concept, right?
Roland, what the hell does that mean? He sounds lame already.
This is his cousin.
So, it doesn't sound like some warriors to me.
Right. Window warriors. That's what he did. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay. I didn't say nothing. This person just keep yapping. Because all I did was ask this motherfucker proof of concept.
Oh, he was just talking nonsense.
Give me a proof of concept. Explain to me how your stuff is.
When you expose a fraud, the first thing they do is attack. They don't want to get to proving their thesis. That's when you know they fraud.
Here's the first video. And what was hilarious is for them to comment on my stuff, because first, he blocked me. Because I asked him. You know.
Hey, because that means...
His buddy sent me his phone number. And then on the next thing, he started talking shit. I'm like, man, you people are baboons.
Bamboozles, yeah.
Right? For you to talk shit on my stuff means that you unblocked me. So for you to see me, I can see you. So you're going to take pictures and say something about my kids, my family, all that kind of stuff? Okay.
And IT work.
Well.
Yeah, me fucked up.
Guess what? I got pictures of everybody. Everybody. Everybody.
They go poo-poo and everything.
Everybody.
One time they go poo-poo and
this
how.
fuck does check-ins and says where he goes.
Yeah.
You go back a couple of months and years like I did and take pictures and you can see all he does in Colorado and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
All the places he goes to.
Yeah.
Right? This person, that made me laugh. Right? This person.
Don't be worried about
But understand, cousin, these people are shipping their shit worldwide.
Yes, they are.
But they're also gang affiliated. They're shipping it all throughout the South. And the reason why the black community is so fucked up in New York. You understand? In Georgia, Kansas, Arkansas, Virginia, Alabama. What the fuck was that shit?
Georgia.
He said rolling 40s. That's LA too. That's
What's
all
rolling 40s?
just some fake blood.
This dude said, I looked up his stuff, it said that he used to live in California.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Let me see what it look like.
I asked him.
He looks like a clown.
They're funny. They just have all cancer and stuff.
I asked him for again proof of concept.
Their inside is there.
And all of a sudden, for some reason, someone that sent me a friend request and was using my verbatim. And then I asked,
like I did
proof.
cousin that day.
You only been doing this for 3 years. Well, show me, because you're using blowtorch and caustic soda. I don't do that, and salt. So I said I ain't mad. And this is sad, bro. Look, I just telling you, this is sad.
Friend me and then you copy my shit.
People always.
It's sad, brother.
You with it.
It's sad.
Listen,
You gonna
the
say
people
I'm
that
fake?
killed Malcolm X was the people that was of his own people. So somebody probably went to him with some old, hey, try this and try to get a rouse out of this guy and try to get him off your game. All you gotta do is keep your foot on the neck on everybody else. Let me take care of all the haters. I like that kind of stuff.
Cousin,
you know, I'm into that.
Cousin.
You know? I'll talk the shit for you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't talk shit, cousin.
I know. Let me do it for you.
That's why it's an hour video with his whole family. That's why his family, the YouTube of the video is, hey, we can play tag.
Yeah, all
but
day.
I don't fuck with the ball.
Yeah.
I do.
Show me how
you
you
understand what we do. All I need is a picture or the name of somebody and some blessings coming your way or some fucked up shit.
Like I wrote.
All
No, cousin. Like I wrote.
Let me see the picture of them. I want to see what they look
Cousin,
like.
like I wrote. It's real funny to watch a motherfucker freak out because they've been healed. And they so used to being sick. And you guys come from fucked up genes. I go through it all the time where people ask us to stop our healing modality because they're seeing shit. I got on videos. Please stop, because I'm seeing shit. What are you doing? Oh, you've been healed. And you're scared because your chakras went from 50 to 40% to fucking 60 to 70, and now you're like, oh my goodness. Right?
I want to go back to sleep. No!
But this is what I want to show you guys. This is
all of that healing.
This is what I want to show you guys.
Visualization. I want TV.
This is what's important.
Saved by the great time.
What came out 2 years ago?
You may think this is suffering.
What came out 2 years ago, folks? Like I said, mamas, we watched it at home on Putlocker before they took Putlocker down fucking off the internet.
No, you want to know what's gonna blow your mind? You remember Terminator?
No, this is gonna blow your mind.
2020 was when they said it, and now they got robots running around running gas checkouts.
No, they using the robots to tell you to get the fuck in your house because they're using the heat sensor and so forth to tell you if you got COVID or not. You know what I'm saying? So, this is April 28th, today, 2018, at 11:47 a.m. Man, we're just off. Damn it. Wife's been trying to leave. Right? Who knows? Might be there on time, but was almost on time. But wife's always trying to go do something, not be a part of the conversation. Because what's really important about this is really interesting and crucial here, folks. Pay attention, because you can't make this shit up. You can't. So enjoy Kelia Water, 408 B Street, Agenda 21, People, Ex Machina, Avengers Infinity War. Ex Machina was what? That movie where they had the robot wars done, or was exactly what Machina Product and so forth was about. They had the dummies talking on the phone, now you got the little robots that are teaching them motherfucking to have emotion and shit, like the dumbass Furby thing and the fish that they had on the fucking PlayStation or Xbox shit, where you talk to it in the microphone. People had that fucking trout thing and shit. Motherfucker had one of them. We used to do acid and just talk to that shit. It was a trick because they learned it. They learned us. The fucking video game, honey. On PlayStation or some shit. Okay?
That's why it's being done this way.
So, she's like, hurry up, fool.
For some reason, it wasn't able to be processed.
Again, what did they do this year? They brung back in-game, you know, the in-war thing. Fucking changed all, like, the universes and so forth and shit, right? Changed the storylines and
Today is
everything.
Wednesday. Tomorrow, you got
So here's Infinity
Peace
War.
Foundation with their 325
Everything's
talk.
all about fucking what?
Quiche, right?
Crystals and scales and fucking think of what Keshe's been stating. Right? Think about what's going on and what Keshe's been stating, honey. And this motherfucker talking about fucking what? I sacrificed you niggas. And I need 14 million people infected so I can open the portals to bring my friends.
And do geomancy on you motherfuckers. Necromancy. Because necromancy is what the shit is eating on you. Like you said, I started believing shit about what could be prepared for now.
So,
Why?
that's that memory.
I was talking about the
Are you ready for it?
Only me, literally.
What does it say?
What does that say, kids?
What does that say, dear?
Agenda 21 Ex Machina, get the sheeple ready for the pandemic, Infinity War, Agenda 21.
What's today?
A month, 2 years from that.
2 years from that, and you got what?
Pandemic. And
Okay.
I said to them, I was
Anybody
like,
got anything better than that?
how do you kill 1 million people without firing one bullet? You poison them or you spray them. That's that stuff that they were talking about. That what was it? That ill.
Or you let them do it to themselves by
But do you
fucking
remember-
eating shitty ass food.
Get that too. But you remember El Nino type of situation? How there
we're
was
going-
4 seasons in a year.
about
Remember?
the-
Now we've been having summer droughts.
We're
or
about to
cold
go
droughts.
into 1,000-year, or worse than 1,000-year drought on the West Coast.
Yeah.
They state.
Then it didn't rain for days. Remember when it was like, man, we can't wait for summer. Remember how days used to be long and years used to take years to be grown.
What their forecast is, the Keshe space program using their fucking scalar to hit us, like they stated they were going to do. Why the locusts and shit have come back at Africa and it's going up towards China. So think about that.
And then you think about
What I say right there.
yeah, it's going down. Now they can't even.
Now what's scary is my wife, when she scanned to see when COVID actually started. Maria! I'll wait till she gets out the back. When she scanned for that shit, that's when it actually started. It was very interesting.
And then you know what was crazy about that stuff? I started feeling something. And I knew that I had to get everybody prepared. I didn't even know why I had to do it. I just know I had to get in line. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it. I don't even know how it happened, but I know the people that I had to get the information to, and I had to give it to them without having to let them know I was giving it to them. You know what I mean? I didn't have time to explain it to them. I just had to just be like, hey, dude, look here, pick this tea on your plants around your house and tell me what you think. And then the person that called me back, and I knew she was honest and pure, was the purest person, was 2 people. Greg, Scott's wife, because she had plants out dying, and I gave him some, and Gabe, Weedman's new girlfriend, and she said, yeah, he gave me some stuff about their little house plants and stuff, and she said, yeah, my whatever plant she said was doing, it's striving, it took off, and I was like, and I all it was some water, some grass, just to change the color.
Maria, when you scanned to see when COVID started, when did it start?
Now he only pops up every once in a while. Like, you work with me. Let me help you understand what I gave to you.
August or
You just
September
doing what you just explained.
2018.
That's why I get frustrated. I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
You understand? Like Randy Mitchell.
The
and
next
everybody else.
post, it says interested in getting your biofield scan. The human biofield energy has the potential to be corrupted. Stay here and listen here. Corrupted and energy flow blocked. When the flow is blocked or disrupted, a natural healthy balance cannot be maintained, and states of disease will become evident. Contaminated and lifeless foods, environmental toxins, parasites, chronic viral infections, surgery, emotional trauma, and negative thought patterns, as well as misguided energies and interdimensional interferences, all have the potential to interfere with your energy flow. Love, energy, and blessings. D Street, Marysville. So, here's the kicker on this date. Anyone else moon cycle off? My wife didn't believe me, now she does. Red tint. Why? At this time, 7/19/18, at Bree, enjoy the weather, enjoy the scalarized weather, depletion of your minerals, by reorientation to appetite crystals from your appetite, controlled by your gut flora, controlled by metals which crystal growths are controlled by lunar phases, found during eclipses, low magnesium, heavy, causes heavy water. What am I describing right there? Because remember on 7/19/18, all planets were on one side of the sun. And we're still coming out of that vortex. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, we had a leap year this year. We had a pink moon. We seen a lot of different color moons, blood moons. We seen a lot of different kind of moons, a lot of different angles on stars. You couldn't really see the stars. You know, it was kind of muggy, but dusk dark. You seen the overcast suns. You seen. I'm seeing what's going around my plants, because you know me, as much as everybody wants to see, I got a green thumb, and it was kind of something that most people have been trying to get. To me, it was like I've been trying to run from it, and the more I've been trying to run from it, I'm looking at why she said, "No, you're Spider-Man." Now I know what that means. I didn't even know I was an organic grower. You know, I didn't even know I knew how to do that. I just knew I went to do something different, you know, say that everybody else wasn't doing. I didn't know why or what was going in. Half of the things I didn't even know I was doing it. I just knew it was doing it. So I grew up talking pheno talk while other people were talking. I don't know what they were talking. I don't even know. Like, it's weird to me. I'm more comfortable around hippies and people that they think is weird. I feel like I'm having a conversation. I feel like I'm California dreaming that way. While everybody else wants to snort powder and do all this, I want to show me what to do where the doobies at. Give me some of that ugly shit. You know, that's my motto. You know, I don't know about everybody else. I'm just me, you know. And that's why I still feel like I'm looking 21. Because I didn't put no drug, I didn't put nothing in my body to make me look like I gotta be fit. Like I feel like I can work for another 40 years. You know, literally, I feel like I could put a good 40 years work with a shovel right now. You know what I'm saying? A good, you know, and enjoying myself doing it. You know, feeling good. Like I sound like I don't, you know, nowadays.
I read this, that's all I do. All day long is this. So, here's a little ingot that I was trying to get your attention and talk with you about, because when I use my torch, unlike the fucking retarded quiche people that use a blowtorch, my copper ingots turn red. And you're a welder. When you ever see copper turn that color because it got heated, I say my stuff infuses things. When it scans it, it's no longer copper. You put it in the palm of your hand and open your palm. Go above like such. Put that down. That little bead go. Now this is a bead of copper put inside a piece of clear glass like this. All I do is just heat the glass up and put the copper piece on. Now that's the copper. You see the colors, and you can see it from this way.
Right there. See that one?
Inside. But if you take this crystal, say if you were to put that in your water, here, hold your hand now. How does that feel? Remember, that's a clear quartz. Clear quartz resonates at a certain frequency, so any feedback or anything like that, or standing wave or pressure, this also pays electric. So any inductance or fields and such that you feel, it's from your biophotons being emitted into that and refracted back. I feel that pushing up against the phone now.
light, dude. That's beautiful. I know I can feel a little, like my palms, but it's not like a.
Do you feel that wave push?
Mm-hmm.
This is what's running my HHO machine. The plasma that's inside there. Brother's pendant. Not done yet at the bottom. Try it with this crystal. How does that feel?
I feel like if I go a certain way to pull my energy that way. Oh shit.
That's the side. This is the front. I still gotta put the molded white piece to it and the quartz piece inside there. Take it out into the sun. See if you notice a difference. How much space we got? Where'd the quartz piece go that goes in there? What am I do with that Space Cadet? I thought I said that right there. Once you drop down. Let me see. Put it in the sun so I can see. Oh, that's where the quartz goes. Let's see how that was. The type 1 carbon melted into it. I do a glaze over that where it's like 5D.
I can feel it from over here.
Ooh, linked. Feel that. That's making my feet pulse. See if you can link with her. Point at her.
Oh shit. Cool. I just got goosebumps all up my spine right there.
Hey man, I hear this one.
You see it?
Yeah, I see him.
You see my hair sticking out?
Yeah. I had to turn my phone screen up. So he's this far over. We're working with each other. Keshe Lemmings tried doing this, huh? And copy it. And Fool's always trying to copy some shit. You can't copy this.
That just gave me so much like
away might be bad for your health. Yeah. Everybody's at peace. This pandemic got everybody
Come on, bro. Turbo is out, homie. Turbo bearing. Oh my god. What do you feel, honey?
It's calming. I like it when using these loop like this.
Oh, that energy is going to go up into the chain, the Byzantine chain.
It feels really, really calming. I really like the whole crystallization here of the Shanghai. Let's take a honeycomb.
Melted and reconstituted. Ain't nobody else doing it. Place that in the water. So we got like a 10-foot energy shield off top. Now what's fun is it was missing this crystal. Now we gotta try with the centerpiece, with the crystal. I didn't got the molybite piece yet, but we're gonna put the crystal right here.
Nice.
Bam.
It fits perfect.
Point the face at him, the front.
Feels like heavier.
Even heavier when you get closer. You can start. You can feel. You can feel like the. Like no matter where it is in my hand or wherever, it's not like I'm not
Directional.
fighting it. Like I'm not like trying to feel that now. Like even like.
But it's still attached.
Yeah.
Non-locality.
It's not. It's locked in. Like even though from like I'm over here now, I can feel. I can feel that like I'm going in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Around here. Even.
I gotta get more of these made. All of us be wearing them.
I felt him doing that like in my hand here. When he was over there. I felt it like in my
Let's see if you feel it on that hand.
like all over there, it felt heavy. Like it felt heavy.
How does it feel for you with the crystal in it?